you're raiding to my raiding to my stream? I haven't even like decided yet. Wait, let me. Does this work? Does my VRC capture currently work? Mode capture VRC. Ah, wow, there it is. Behold. Oh. Oh, wonderful. It's not correctly it's not correctly scaled. Oh no. I just set all my stuff up on essentially a new machine. What if I just got rid of this capture window and made a new capture window? Let me see. Game capture 3, capture any full screen. Alright. You, VR chat, will you do that? Please capture a specific window. Give me VR chat. You know, okay. So me like starting my stuff early because I get a raid and I'm like, oh no. Yeah. So for some reason this window is not 1080p. What is my stream camera's exporting at 1080p? I think stream resolution 1080p. Why is this canvas not 1080p? What am I streaming in? So essentially, what happened? Is that Rangerium? Oh wow, hello. So what happened is, I've been having this issue where my hand sticks to my hip, like the tracking issues, and I completely changed to Lethos's computer. A CRT stream? Oh no, let me. What? How is this? What's this resolution look like? Oh no. Why is this so scuffed? Oh, let me try another game capture. What if I just made more game captures? VR chat. What does that do? It just made another little tiny capture. Can you tell I'm a professional? Can you tell that, you know, I know what I'm doing? That I'm like very intelligent and everything's going like super well, and I'm not stressed about it at all. I'm not like losing my mind. I've had like nothing but technical difficulties all day, nothing but different issues. I don't even know what my stream looks like right now. I don't even know how things look because I'm not logged into Twitch on this computer, which I probably should have been. Like essentially, I said, "Hey, Lethos, you know, what's something I could do to fix my stuff, my tracking stuff, and he went just stream on my computer, just like circumvent your technical issues." Where's Twitch? No, I don't want to stream Twitch Redeem API. Why is this Bing? Who has Bing as their default search result thing? I'm gonna lose it, actually. I think I am just gonna like lose my mind. I hope I'm not like streaming my password. But hello everyone who did come in through the raid and has just been subjected to me like quickly starting my stream 10 minutes earlier and being like, oh, what's the worst could happen? Turns out everything is the worst that could happen. Oh, I have to do a 2-factor authentication. Ugh. Was that the correct code? It's the correct code. No, I don't want to see the bro next level arcade. Get out of here. Get out of here. Where's my channel? Who am I? Where am I? Channel. Start watching. Oh my god, the... Oh, okay. So... For a moment, my stream quality was, like, abysmal. It was, like, CRT stream. But... Okay, so I am streaming at a reasonable quality. It's blurry? Oh, wait, if you go to settings and you change the quality to 1080p 60, I think it was because I decided to do like Twitch the automatic like, oh, I'm gonna measure your stuff out in OBS to be good. Yeah, and like for some reason I'm streaming like a fucking square. I don't know enough about OBS potentially to fix this. Because it's telling me that all my resolution stuff is fine. Let's see. I'm gonna scream maybe. I'm just gonna like lose my mind. I'm just gonna like howl and shriek. Let's see. Window capture? The fuck is this? That's definitely not what I want. Let's get rid of whatever that was. Like, I don't understand why my VR chat camera isn't just like video parameters. Video parameters. I have like my sources, tools, view. Like my camera see, my camera settings are okay, wait, I go to stream resolution. My stream resolution is 1080p. What's the size of the VRC window on my desktop? Good question. Oh, it's minuscule. Was that... Oh no. Oh no. Maybe you have just saved me, Fracas. Maybe your insightful consideration of you are capturing a postage stamp. So all I need to do then is probably, if I remove that and I put in another game capture, and that is specific window, VR chat, okay, that canvas, scale to window, no, scale to canvas. You know what? I'm just gonna do it myself. I'm beyond trusting technology at this point. Hello, Doohy. Thank you for witnessing my train wreck. Before you go, am I in an appropriate resolution now? Am I visible? Can you see me? Am I more than just like a little purple blur? Gives Lilt the fly swatter. Okay, you can see me now. I'm normal. It's good. Oh, thank you. Thank you for saving me, Fracas. I owe you one. Have I tried swearing at it? Colis the Tabernacle. But hello, Poplio 150, Rangerium, Nova, Dewey, Seribot, Rian, Laths. Use the fly swatter on blue? Absolutely. No hesitation. Now what do I need? Now what do I need to do? So, I need to aim my camera towards myself, turn off flying, fight with the anchor system to be local so that it moves with me. Nice. And now I need to actually have chat. Toggle windows. No, wait. Settings. Spawn a new window. The things I do for love. My chat's huge. My chat's bigger than I am. Scales you down. Yeah, but speaking for what are you gonna do about it? Yeah. Arf? Arf? You're arfing in my chat? You? You are going puppy mode in my chat? Woof woof, woof woof woof, woof woof, bark bark, arf arf arf, woof woof woof. In my chat? let me move this chat window so it's somewhere legible and visible. I don't know why it always makes my cat. If you clip me barking, like 50% of my clips are about to just be me barking. They're about to just be puppy mode. To the point, I was thinking that maybe one day we should have like a community puppy night where we all just woof woof bark 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 woof woof woof, and then other people say good puppy, good puppy, good puppy, depending on like their role in life. You know, their calling. Clips you, kills you, kills you, kills you. What am I doing? Lens visibility. Solid. Rock hard. Oh, and hydrate? You know what? Thank you, because I am so dehydrated from fighting with my tech support. Every single technical issue. I was willing to just, like, accept that living as a mortal being was not for me, and I was going to ascend to like the astral plane. But now everything's smooth. Like my frame rate, incredible. My tracking, impeccable. Behold, I can move, nothing sticks. My resolution, somewhat questionable. Originally. Now hopefully it's fine. Now you should be able to see every single detail of my little insect face. Like check out the resolution. How are they? Are they good? Are they shiny? Why is my AC so low? I'm kinda high here. Where's my AC remote? There it is. Maybe it's just hot in here because I was like so stressed out about the about the whole, you know, appearing as a CRT screen. Do you reckon there's anyone who streams from like a CRT setup? They have like a whole, like, real old camera CRT screen, one of those computers that's like yellow white, like it was a white case, it started to go yellow because the sunlight is like streaming in on it and fucking up the plastic. Little buggo. Hello, Nova. I'm not talking about a CRT filter, I'm talking about someone who's just like on the oldest possible technology. Yeah, hello Nova. I was just having an ordeal, but everything's fixed now. You can see me in high resolution, and this cool world. The funny thing is, I was gonna have this whole intro thing of like, oh, back from work, honey. Oh, how was your day? Mine was me going insane. I'm gonna lose my mind. I'm gonna go ape shit. You know, about all the technical difficulties and things. But instead, I just had more technical difficulties. My hubris. VHS, VRC. They do have like the funny little filter things on the camera, which really feel like kinda half-baked, I think. It's kinda like, wow, look at this cool filter that can be added to your your experience to... Wait, how do I turn this off? To really make VR you know, an all-encompassing experience. Me being small is not a technical issue. No, it isn't a technical issue. It's a feature. Why am I doing my fear face instead of my bedroom eyes? Control, please. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. I'm begging you. No, the correct expression. I was gonna say, you know, I'm small where it... No, I'm big where it counts. I make up for being small in other ways. You know? There we go. There we go. That's the correct vibe. That's the correct mood. You know, I'm big where it matters. It's a feature you thought I mean, I am a bug. You know, that doesn't mean a bug can't have features, right? I don't know if that actually like made sense in any way, shape, or form. Some bugs are a feature. The Halo 1 Magnum was so powerful because they like at last minute like adjusted some shit and didn't really consider the ramifications of what they were doing, and there was like a lot of crunch. So the Magnum being able to one-shot hunters by shooting them in the back was both a bug and a feature, because everyone's like, wow, it's such a powerful gun and we love it so much, and it was supposed to feel powerful. So it was both a bug and a feature. So what I'm trying to say is I'm kind of like rushed development. Spit out your tea. It's been so long since I've had tea. I've been drinking coffee constantly. I didn't have any caffeine today. By the time I scraped myself out of bed, it was 5 p.m. and the cafe was closed. Yeah, I woke up at a late hour. And then there was a bit of procrastination. I did some food. There was a bit more procrastination. There was technical difficulties. There were more technical difficulties. There was more procrastination. And now I'm here. In this cool world, I wanted something that felt more like, you know... Yeah, it's flying mode. Felt something... yeah, I wanted something that was like... Cool. You know, I wanted something cool. Me being unable to put anything into words. Wow, I'm like such a great entertainer, aren't I? I'm so good at my words. Burn the bug burns you with my mind. Oh, that's like my fear face. You can't burn me. I'm pretty sure Raphael's fireproof. Yeah. Democracy demands it. This isn't a democracy. This is my theocratic regime. Small dev making a racing game, but they accidentally made the NPCs way too aggressive when they would ram your throats. Oh, I remember hearing about that. Yeah. How the driving AI in Grand Theft Auto came about. It's just like we accidentally programmed our NPCs to drive like they're in Atlanta. Did anyone play the very first Grand Theft Auto game? I had the very first Grand Theft Auto game as a kid, and it was pretty cool. I would mostly fuck around in it. I don't even know if I completed any element of the story. The only thing I really remember were these actually I remember a bunch of stuff, but some of the most standout stuff There was one mission, yeah, the top-down one. It was very pretty. It looked so good. I love graphics like that. They might do the Helldivers, more like Smell Divers. Yeah, you gonna get Helldivers and get me? Good luck finding a server that doesn't crash. Reduces your frame rate. I haven't even played the new update. I've been meaning to, but I've been busy streaming, and it sounds a bit unstable. What was I saying? Yeah, I remember there being one taxi mission where like you pick someone up, and you pick a guy and like a woman up, and you're driving with them in a taxi, and she starts like sucking his dick. If you crash the taxi and like it explodes, there's some voice line where he's like, yeah, I needed to get her mouth like surgically removed from my dick or something like that. Like I remember this as like a standout thing. I don't even think I knew what a blowjob was back then, but over time the memory has like matured in my mind to the point of like, oh, that's what that was about. You farm super credits for hours without crashing? Oh, okay, so maybe the stability woes are just Reddit yelling. Reddit's always yelling. Helldivers is one of those games that is constantly fluxing between this is the best thing ever and it's so fucking over. This game's so over. I hate the development team and I hate everyone who plays it and I hate God. It's just constantly fluctuating between those. Because you know what gamers are like. You know, you give gamers a reason to complain. You give them a reason to complain and they'll just lose their fucking minds. You know, yeah, that's actually a real good point. Like, a mobile release of the original GTA would be... Oh, wait. Was the original GTA made by Rockstar? Maybe the original GTA was made by, like, a different company, and Rockstar doesn't want to, like, republish that because it's not their game. Like, even if they had the license to it, maybe they're just like, fuck these guys. Because I don't know if GTA like ever changed hands or was like sold or whatever. Is supercredit farming still good? Is it still like an efficient way of doing things? I've got like a bunch of war bonds I need to get still. I've been working on the one that gives you the siege ready armor. The like the what's it called? The like urban stuff. Everyone complains using buzzwords instead of actual theater. Yeah, that's one of the big things is for game development, you end up with the situation of a lot of the time people can tell you why something feels bad, like how like they can tell you there's a problem with something, but the moment it comes to them trying to give you a solution or telling you why they feel that, like giving the mechanics, they like start saying insane things. Like between that and gamers being like, you should just add multiplayer to your single player game, it will drive game developers insane. They'll lose their minds. I spend a lot of time in like indie dev stuff because I've done like a little bit of game development here and there. And maybe one day, you know, it could be fun to stream that at some point. It could be fun to do game development streams in Unity. But I don't know, because like that would be a bit of a long project. It would be a real like huge project, and I don't stream super often, so maybe I'll stick to doing the Avatar stuff. But I was building a game where essentially you are in a trench, and you are a kobold that has to man an artillery cannon. Your job is instructions come through, you have to take the artillery shell, you have to load like the correct amount of propellant, you have to put the correct warhead on it, you have to tune the warhead, you have to not drop the shell, you have to not trip on it, you have to make sure that the machinery you're running doesn't run out of power, and that it doesn't blow fuses, because then you have to like reset fuses, and it's dark, and it's raining, and there are things out there in the war zone around you, so you're constantly on edge of why have I been given a gun? Why is there a gun here? Why is there a functional rifle? And your whole thing was basically just doing tasks under pressure. I didn't get super far into the development of it just because making even a small game like that is so much work. It's so demanding for one person to do, and I have a very short attention span, so I'm very often getting distracted, procrastinating, and I'm also very bug coded. I need that like satisfying sweetness of success. I need to be able to complete things, because if I'm working on something and I don't have like a goal, I don't have something I can complete, I don't have a milestone that I'm like trying to reach, I get sucked into something with no obvious resolution. I start checking out. I start losing my mind. It's why I have folders upon folders of half-finished projects, because I stopped getting the dopamine from them. Oh, there's like an echo in this world. I like interacted with the button and it like echoed around the... Is that like... Am I hallucinating that? Is that real? You will bug me, bug? I will bug you. I will bug you with my pointy bit. Yeah. I really need to get this thing on a puppet. I need to get this thing on a hand puppet. Like, I know how to do that. It shouldn't be like too difficult, but I just haven't gotten around to it yet. You know, rotate, have the tip. Kills you in my mind. Yeah, I mostly do solo stream stuff, Ranger. So I don't really like bring people in because I'm very new to streaming, and I don't know exactly how to balance having a person there that I'm talking to and giving my attention to, and balance having a camera there that I'm giving my attention to, and not make either one feel like they're left out, while also having the person there be secondary to the stream, because that's like what I'm doing. So, you know, it's double entendre. Well, I mean, Rathiel kind of has a bit of a pointy one. You know, I convinced someone else to put a scorpion tail in their avatar. We can rub our Telsons together. That's the name of it. A Telson is the last segment of a arthropod's body. So for a scorpion, that is their stinger. So you can call it a Telson. You can call it a stinger. You can call it a pointy bit. Wait, isn't entendre different to a double entendre? Or is that just short for double entendre? Or is double entendre a real thing, or did I just like make that up? Who knows? Oh, so I'm not the only bug in this world. Look at this guy. Oh, I'm like right in the middle of it. Oh, and now my tail's in the way. Look at this guy. Entendre is over. Oh, so it's like when you're being like, hey, I'm gonna put my pointy bit in your plug socket. That's like that's an entendre. But like a double entendre would be a bit more subtle. Bah? Oh, that's a familiar noise. Hello, Nova. You recognize this character, right? You remember Rathiel. Here's my mysterious cave. Yeah, you see the stinger. Bring back some memories. Entendre just means to understand, so oh, okay, that makes more sense. Oh, it's French. Oh no, oopsie, I spoke in French again. Oopsie. Oopsie. Tabernacle. Colis, the tabernacle. You know what you like? Ah, you are. I do know what you like. And you're very good at it. Thank you for being here, hanging out. You're a very good little sheep, right? You're a very good little sheep. Making those adorable little bar noises. Cute little eyes. Easily meltable. Easily breakable. Oh, wait, there we go. I think my controller is a bit scuffed. There we go. You and I both know how breakable you are. I hope there's no long-lasting effects from the venom. And you're having a good time. It's always fun hanging around with you. And I'm looking forward to seeing you on Saturday as well, if you're around, Nova. No, there's 2 Novas now that I realize it. We've got a Nova Desert Fire and we've got a Nova Viper Dragon. It's kind of funny because they're both Novas with 3 elements of their name. Not the only thing that's gonna get scuffed. Oh, what else is gonna get scuffed? You're gonna get my knees scuffed, maybe? That couldn't happen. My exoskeleton's real strong. Oops, I didn't mean to vanish. My cloaking lock was off. You want that to be lasting effects? You want it to be permanent? Wow. Maybe it is permanent. Maybe you just haven't woken up yet, right? Maybe this is all just a little hallucination. You're still right there, crumpled up on the ground. A Nova of Desert and Fire and a Nova of Viper Dragon by Sarah J. Maas. You're joined on the hunt, but you have real bad experiences with age verification. Oof, owie. Well, the hunt server does not just use VRChat's age verification. We also accept Authy. We accept age verification if you're age verified in the PyShock Discord. Authy? No, it's called Yoti, never mind. And there's also the whole thing of people can manually verify with, you get your ID and you blank out the incriminating details, and you write your username down on a piece of paper, and you write the day's date down on the paper so that we know it's correct. It's not some image that's been taken from somewhere. Wow. Sarah J. Maas. Have I read anything from Sarah J. Maas? The format sounds familiar. I like that my own stream, for some reason, I'd set it to 630p or something. Sarah J. Maas. Bing, I'm gonna scream. House of Flame and Shadow. A Court of Thorns and Roses. Oh. I've heard of these books, but I haven't read them. I'm also going to change this to Google for all my search needs. Google. There we go. Would I accept a DM of Trust Me Bro? From you, Rianne? Of course. Yeah, I don't trust Yoti either, Rangeria. I don't trust the fact that I had to take a picture of my face and put it into a database somewhere, and that VRChat also has a picture of my face. What is VRChat gonna do with my face? I bet they're gonna sit around in the office laughing at it, haha, look at this guy, look at this loser. This loser's horny. But yeah, you can do the automatic way with the Yoti or your VRChat, or if you're already verified in the PyShock server, which you may be a part of. We do cross verification. No, they're gonna turn my face into a sticker. That would be fucked, right? Imagine being the VRChat development team and choosing to take one guy and just cyberbully him You like make him a sticker. You put him on one of those prop cubes. You like make worlds have his face just in them at random, and every time you see it, every time it's like rendering in your view, it like makes a laugh track. They just decide to like harass this one particular guy for no reason. Imagine being in the world. I'd be so upset. I guess there is also the funny thing of people associating an avatar with themselves and then seeing someone else in the same avatar. Especially people who don't modify their avatars. They're in like a friend group or something, they don't really modify their avatars. It's still like Ryderfluff. Ryderfluff is just like the white Arflin with some potential minor tweaks. I don't know, I think she changed the eye color slightly maybe, and has like some clothes she puts on there. But you see another white Arflin and you're like, that's the world famous Twitch streamer Ryderfluff. Hello Pyro, how's it going? Have you done your community night thing yet? Or is that something that you're doing later on? It is today, right? Wednesday, I think, is your board game night. I don't know if you figured out which game you were playing. I'm not super big on board games myself, and I don't exactly know how I'd go about playing something like that. I think it is like Tabletop Simulator, right? But I hope you guys have a good time. I did play, I played Red Dragon Inn at FWA this year. I played it with Snow and some friends, and we had a really good time. And by really good time, I mean I would constantly be starting rounds of gambling that I had none of the qualifications to win. And I would just end up causing fuckery for everyone. Everything would end up horrible, and I remember like at one point, like after I'd done this whole streak of setting down gambling things, someone else put down a gambling card, and Snow just said something like, "You wretched bitch," and it was so, like, the way she said it was so funny. I think I lost a little part of my mind back there. You think that's what a game company did, Nova? Like, they just like took some guy's face and put it somewhere? Well, 2 inches tall on a chessboard, melee. It's like that, the like Harry Potter thing where they put you on the chessboard and the chess pieces start fucking killing you. I'm really upset that that's a Harry Potter thing because it's like a cool idea. But if you took that idea anywhere else, they'd be like, oh, it's just like Harry Potter. It's one of those things where Harry Potter has some like cool little like world building elements that are now tied to a pretty franchise. My condolences to any Harry Potter fans out there. I was never big as a Harry Potter fan. I read the books growing up. I don't think I ever read the last one. What I'm saying is I was playing strip poker and I lost on purpose. I did play, I played like strip Uno, but it wasn't just stripping. It was like truth. It wasn't like truth or dare. It was more like just dare Uno. Like someone could ask you a true thing, but it would be like you lose the round, you get given a dare from someone. Or actually, I think it was you get given a dare if you have to pick up cards. I can't remember the exact thing about it. But yeah, there was lots of me taking my clothes off, me putting other clothes on, me putting the puppy hood on, me going arf arf bark bark woof woof woof, you know, that kind of thing. Playing strip poker and immediately betting my underpants was so dominant. Someone invites me to the game of strip poker and I'm wearing every single article of clothing in my wardrobe. Like, I'm not losing this. You've seriously underestimated your opponent. Putting a bra on just so I have one extra piece of clothing. Yeah, the Harry Potter books just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, to the point of like, man, I have to devote the rest of my life to reading this thing. Hogwarts World in VRC. It looks cool. Now that's the kind of thing that I don't mind like going to. I wouldn't search it out and I'd be like, ah, shit, I really want to go to the Hogwarts World, because stuff like this, like there's so many like cool like fantasy magic worlds and things, like other franchises. I think that's my biggest sort of pet peeve with things like Harry Potter is other franchises don't get any room to breathe, and it's not just Harry Potter. It's things like Star Wars. Star Wars and I guess Star Trek maybe to some extent, suck all the air out of stuff. It's like, if you want to have like another really big like sci-fi thing, it's not going to happen because everyone just wants Star Wars. Everyone wants to make Star Wars things. Star Wars is like taking all of the attention. Full Alita outfit with a pinafore and corset and tights. Trying to look foolish in strip poker now. I'm gonna be there like, I'm in my maid outfit. Do my little like cuff things count as individual articles of clothing? Is it like one thigh high and then the other thigh high and then like one arm warmer and the other? Does the lacy collar count as like a separate thing? Like can I keep my puppy hood on? The Disney effect? Yeah. I mean, to be fair, I feel like it was probably happening before Disney as well, because there's just not that many huge sci-fi, like, epics. I'm not talking about, like, really big franchises. I'm talking about sci-fi stuff that has had, like, 3 good quality movies. Adaptations of books, like sci-fi, like, I really don't like the author anymore, but I used to really enjoy Neil Asher's books, and when I saw one of his things was adapted into a Love, Death, Robots short, I was like, whoa, that's so cool. But the idea of someone taking stories like that, like, even Ian Banks, I don't think I've ever seen, like, an Ian Banks adaptation. When are we gonna get a Hyperion movie that's, like, good? We probably won't. And also, the author with the Children of Time, with the psychic spiders, things like that. I really hope that someday we just get more good. I don't want to use the word franchises, but more good, like, high quality movie stories. Kind of like what Dune did. Like, Dune was already one of those, like, it's a very memorable thing. Everyone knows Dune at this point. Even if you didn't read Dune or didn't know anything, you knew about Dune. Spice must flow. I'm hoping we get, like, when Dune's done, I'm hoping we get more other stories from other writers. I don't want to have, like, Dune 1, Dune 2, Dune 3, Dune 4, Dune 5, Dune 6, Dune spin-off, Dune spin-off, Dune spin-off, because it's just like, this is the new sci-fi thing. Kind of like how everything's a Star Wars. I am kind of happy we got the Alien series, like them digging Alien up out of its grave after Romulus was a success. I'm only wearing this to strip poker? What do you mean I'm playing strip poker? Yeah, me playing poker and, like, no one's taking their clothes off, it's kind of like, why am I here? Like, you think I'm gonna bet money on this? I don't have any money. I kind of want to get a full Alita outfit with the pinafore and corset and tights now. I think it'd be cool for strip poker. I can get my costume for my partial sorted out as well. My cool little space creature costume. He's just there looming. For strip poker, of course. Hehe. What is in here? I think that's like a statue of, like, a semi-naked lady. I say semi-naked, but, like, that's definitely just, like, a naked lady. It's like a tastefully nude statue. This is it's like based off Elden Ring. I was looking for a place that had like the right colors, the right vibes, the right kind of place for a creature like this to be hanging out. We got a strange glowing plants and our little mushroom patch. The rock consumes. I'm really upset that I've not been able to find a Scarlet Rot world. Maybe there is a Scarlet Rot. I couldn't find a Lake of Rot world. But maybe there is like a Scarlet Rot world. I haven't like searched it. Let me see. Because some people want to dunk me into a lake of Scarlet Rot, and who am I to deny them? Nature is queendom. The Queen's Awakening. Fall asleep in a cozy tree trunk, and awaken as a daughter of Mother Nature. Interesting. But not what I'm looking for. Search worlds. Scarlet Rot. Submit. Nightmare, Scarlet Rot, Scarlet Devil Mansion, Scarlet Cathedral, Naranha Academy. That doesn't even have the word Scarlet in it. Patchoulie's Beach, Scarlet Sunset, Scarlet Monarch Mark III. That's a spaceship. Root Home, Lakefront, Scarlet Moon. There is no Scarlet Rot. Maybe I need to get on that. Maybe I need to be the groundbreaking Scarlet Rot world creator. Huh. Oh, that's very nice. Let me switch behavior. And don't look at me. Look up there. It's like a crack into the stars. Zooms down back at me. There we go. I have a couple of maid outfits, but I don't really have anything that's like a full like Lolita thing. I have some dresses, some maid outfits. Extra attention for Pyro before they go to board games. Pyro, thank you for coming along. It's always very cool having you here. Very adorable little bunny, very cute. Good girl, good bunny. You know, it's fun hanging out with you. It was very fun hanging out with you the other day when it was just like me and you, and I came by after. I can't remember what I was there for. I think I was there to see someone, and then they logged off, and I was like, wow, and then Pyro was there. That was very nice, just like talking with you and hanging out. Very cute, very teasable. I hope you have like a real good time with your board games, and everyone has a really nice time playing. And also, I think people should give you a follow, because Pyro also streams, and Pyro has a very nice. Well, I was about to type VR chat. Pyro G. Yeah. And Pyro also streams and has fun community night things. There was a movie night on Monday, and there's a board game night tonight. So if there's anyone else in chat who knows Pyro who wants to go and play board games, maybe you can go and do that. You need more bug friends? We gotta behold the bug friend. My camera wasn't smooth at all. Oopsie. This is my friend. The big boy. You need to be stung by more, bug friend? Oh, this one doesn't have a stinger. You'll just have to accept being crushed in these really big claws. Alright? You don't mind that. It's a big claw wrapping itself around you, putting a bit of pressure, a bit more pressure, a bit more pressure. You know, he's a good boy. He's gonna stop before something breaks, alright? Alright? He wouldn't hurt someone. Well, I'm being a little ruthless. It is a very fun tease to be like, you know, oh, will you, won't you break? You know, will the claws, you know, stop right before the limit? It's always a very fun kind of scenario. Am I a bad boy? Stinging and breaking a poor little sheep? I don't know if that's my fault. I don't know if that's my fault. I think that's more of a societal problem, right? It's more of the way society sets us up as, you know, as villains and innocents, and sometimes you know, there is a general expectation that the villain is supposed to do something mischievous, and then he does something mischievous according to the stereotype. And that just happens to be me stinging you 10,000 times until you can see you can see the things you hear, and you can taste colors, and also your heart stops. Is that the big knife? Oh no, it's a telescope. Ponders my orb. Wow. This is the Twitch stream, Nova. This isn't the joystick one. This is the good boy stream. I'm being so well behaved. I don't have any orbs. Rathiel is, funnily enough, my only bug character who has no orbs, because he got a little slip. I pondered giving him orbs. See, look, I'm pondering right now. Yeah, I can see the other stream would go like this, but I wouldn't be worried about poor innocent eyes who only came here for soft boy Twitch puppy content, you know, getting sucked into the really devious things, you know. I'm fine with people being feral toward me, but it's also one of those things of, oh, that like particles right in my face. But it's just one of those things of, I gotta be careful that I don't go too far in a soft space, in a more I say that I was literally just talking about a crab like crushing people. So am I simply full of hypocrisy? He would come here with soft boy puppy content. It's not like I make that do. I mean, if do you want to be a soft puppy? Do you want to be a good puppy? Do you want to be a good puppy? Good puppy. Wow, you're such a good puppy. Do you want that? I mean, we can do that. We can do good puppy content if that's what you want. Yeah, I am but a humble Twitch streamer, entirely at the mercy of my audience. I would never do anything that I wasn't compelled to do through something they've told me to do. I don't have any thoughts of my own. I don't come up with these things that I say. It's on a teleprompter that someone else is doing. It's a revolutionary AI model that takes what you type into chat and tells me how to behave. So legally, I'm not responsible for anything I've ever done. It's also like not one of those bad AI models. Like it's like a good AI model. Really? Wow. Yeah, it's incredible. And yeah, I am orbless. Orbless or orb bless? Blesses you? Yeah, I've been thinking giving orbs. I don't know if like it's one of those things. There's a lot of different tastes out there, and some people like things, some people other things, um, and there's no right way because it's very diverse taste. Good kitty, death staring me. Oh, well, that's the problem. You know, you're death staring me, but I'm convinced that if I just keep saying, good kitty, you're such a good kitty cat, wow, meow, 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 you want some belly rubs? The kitty wants some belly rubs, you want some head pats? I have the feeling that you're not gonna, like, rip my insides out. I may be completely wrong, and I will probably die because of that wrongness, but that's a risk I'm willing to take. And get Lilton AI chatbot. Oh god. I really hate those like Twitch AI bots that are like you go into someone's stream and an AI starts like talking in like text to speech about something, or it starts summarizing everything I've said. It's like you can get off me. I'm not data. You get out of here. You know, if I wanted to listen to unhinged hallucinations in my chat, I'd ask Crazy Guy where they are. Off topic, you just pulled an immersive Suicune in TCG Pocket. Can someone tell me what that means? Hello, Nomster. I was trying to figure out what an immersive Suicune in TCG Pocket was. You left me for the extra attention, but Rian shared it with you. It was nice hanging out the other day. Ah, that's so unfortunate you missed it. But you're here right now, right? Good bunny. What an adorable bunny. You're so cute, Pyro. You're such a good girl. You're such a very good girl. And yeah, you were very fun to hang out with. I gotta hopefully make my way to one of your community nights at some point, because I was a little busy with the streaming on Monday, and obviously streaming right now. But maybe next week I'll try and put aside some time specifically to try and come to one of your events. Oh, the card game TCG. Yes, yeah, oh, it is a Pokemon. It's just one of those Pokemon that like lives in the back of my mind. I'm not super big on Pokemon. I played Pokemon Silver, Pokemon Emerald, and a tiny little bit of Fire Red, and then never played Pokemon again. Oh, the little blushy emo, adorable. I can like picture your little face. I know what your face looks like, and I know what your little blush looks like. You know, the horizontal diagonal lines, the like closed eyes, adorable. It was this old streamer who had one, but it said its language of Vietnamese, so it had this horrible accent that was almost hard to understand. I think they took it down because it was racism, but it was still peak. I remember there being, I think it was like an internet historian video, back before it turned out that the guy just like plagiarized things and the writing was kind of on the wall that I always felt like he turned out to not be a very good guy. He always felt like very on the level of leaning too far into 4chan Kiwi farm, kind of like you know, dubious. What was I saying? And they had like a thing where they typed something into like the Japanese like Google chatbot to get like a proper pronunciation, and then they were like messing with like the Japanese one and the Korean one, and like the accent of the Korean one, they were like, what, this is like I think they called it spooky Japanese, because they were making it go like ooh, and that was very sort of like out of pocket. But it just reminded me of that clip where it was kind of like, this is a bit fucked up. This is a bit. I don't know if you should be doing this. Yeah, I'll probably try and come to the Monday one. Come to the movie night thing. I think I should be. Actually, I don't know, because I think Lethos comes back on Monday, so it'll probably depend on when he gets back. I may be busy decompressing with. I'll have to see what I can do. what I can scurry to. Maybe Wednesday. Blushy sheep as well. Yeah, also very cute. I mean, to be fair, anyone that blushes can be pretty cute. I do love a good blush. Hehehe. No, it's not every Monday. Oh, okay. So I'll keep an eye out for when your next one is. So you're doing like a variable schedule for that kind of thing, like just having a. Is my status still set to that? Oops, so I set it to that yesterday morning, and that means, because I haven't changed it and it's still set that way, then I have been awake all night, which probably explains why people were sending me messages while I was asleep. Oh, you want more attention? Wow, you are such a very needy thing, Nova. Wow, you're so needy. Wanting all the attention, wanting my eyes on you, wanting me to give you praise for coming here, being a good little sheep. You gotta make sure you behave yourself, right? You gotta make sure that you're a very, very good boy. Or I'm gonna have to use that tail on you again, alright? And after I use my tail on you, sting you, put you in the corner. We both know you just like that though, alright? Hummingbird moth. Hummingbird moths are pretty cool. I've not seen one in real life, but they are pretty big as well, right? They're big enough that people mistake them for birds, and the shape of them, they're very pleasing and distinct. They're very like a little guy coded. I like bugs that have like an interesting shape to them. Like there are like leaf hoppers that are sort of have this like same like slanted kind of like aerodynamic shape. Yeah, but you're gonna have to save getting too flustered for Saturdays and Tuesdays, because otherwise, you know, we don't want my more innocent eyes here, like poor Cal having to see Twitch become like a den of depravity because of my sort of like mixed things of certain events and locations I go to, and then my sort of Twitch thing. I have a good and interesting shape that you enjoy. Hello, Cal. I'm here protecting your modesty, your chastity, your honor. Blinks. I don't have any manual blinking. You mistook it for a hummingbird? That's interesting. You don't have any modesty, Cal? Wow. I took you as someone who was who was Gooner of us. You know, you don't want to be part of the Goon commune, right? You don't want to be in the Goon sphere, the Goon cocoon. You're more of a gentle dog, right? Like a refined creature, right? More like a. You're gonna dip? You're gonna dip me in my hydration? A website's like a cage and you need to be let loose. Well, the joystick stream will probably be on Friday, so you know, joystick, go insane and go crazy. And also Tuesdays and Saturdays, go crazy. If I ever call you a goon, there'll be no god or devil that will save me. You know, Cal, I 100% believe you. I 100% believe the words you just told me. But inevitably, at some point, in some way, I will probably say it. Honestly, the best thing you could do is probably preemptively kill me and plead with the court that it had to be done. That if you did not do this now, then eventually ruination would be brought to the world. Where is my hydration? Oh no, I'm in the orb. Oh fuck. Oh, I can see everything. I wonder what made it so that the goon became like jerking off instead of like being part of being a henchman. I wonder when that happened. Sounds flying off my camera. I really like this orb effect. I might like get something like this. Like have a like have like a like an asset or something that is just a orb with this twisty around kind of panosphere effect. Because it really is just like a sphere with some shader stuff on there. Maybe have something like inside it, have it like double rendered. Boxwine in Australia are goon bags. I think I remember Rianne talking about goon bags. So you're also Australian, Nova? I had the feeling that that you might have been, because you didn't sound American, and also didn't sound British, and also like said that you were like part English, or you had like English ancestry, which implies that you're not, currently in England. Joystick thing's happening Saturday. It's probably happening on Friday, I think. I have to check when the I put a poll in for like the vote stuff. I didn't like sign in. Is there a way for me to just go and see the results? Oh, I'm gonna scream. Log in. I'd have to log into my goddamn Google account on this machine. I'm gonna scream. Yeah. It's potentially probably gonna be Friday, because if it's on Saturday's fine, but if it's on Saturday, it'll have to be pretty short because I have to staff an event on Saturdays. I have to, and like it's a non-negotiable like staffing kind of thing. I have to be there at 8 p.m. EDT, which is EST when we have a daylight savings time. No, the Australian time zone. Wait, what time is it? What time is it in Australia now? Well, I say the Australian time zone. There's like a bunch of time zones, including weird ones. So if it's on Saturday, it'll be a much shorter one, which is fine. I don't mind doing like a short stream. If people are want that kind of thing. And then there's also, I can do it on Friday, where I can do like a lot more time. If you if you wanna see me in a risque situation on a Saturday, Cal, you could always come to the event itself. It's a fun time. I don't know if it is your kind of jam, but you can always come by, and I can show you my bug dig, and you can go wow, and then you can like, I don't know. Oh, you went to your mother's place, your brother's birthday on Friday and Saturday. Okay, yeah, that sort of makes sense. Oh, maybe I'll do like a little private thing just for you afterwards. We'll do like a little like private, just me and you Discord call. We can do that. Actually, one of the funny things that Joystick offers, it's called PvP, and it means someone can. I think it's 1 token per minute, so you pay for it. Someone can like get you into, like, if you have it enabled, get you into a one-on-one streaming thing. You can essentially like pay per minute private streaming with someone, which I think is crazy. I guess that works very well for your sort of like general cam format. But I think my kind of streaming and the stuff I do, it'd be very weird to have someone suddenly be like, "You're mine now. Perform for me and me alone." What does everyone else see when that's happening? Do they just get like a blank screen of like, "Hey, this guy's getting, you know, told what to do." The big fucking tenor like technical difficulties thing comes up. Yeah, I think my joystick stuff will probably mostly be like mostly just be like this, what I'm doing now, but with like my avatars and then not safe for work functions, showing off what those things can do, showing off what that bug can do. And it probably won't be the last one. I don't plan on doing a lot of them, like maybe once a month. And I also don't plan on it really becoming like explicit, X-rated, ERP kind of stuff. Like maybe I'll feature on other people's streams, but I think it could also be interesting to do not safe for work avatar creation and show people how to set up assets, how I run my stuff, how to add SPS to an avatar, how to find not safe work assets. Well, Dewey's a bug now too, right? Dewey's got a bug avatar. Dewey is another convert to my bug. I realized Dewey like raided me, and I did not even shout them out. I was so like strangled. But Dewey is... I say Dewey, I don't fully know how I'm supposed to pronounce the name. Why is my resolution... Oh, there we go. Dewey. There's like underscores in the names. In the names? The name. There's only one name. What are you talking about? There we go. I'm saying it right? Dewey? Okay. Shout out. Fuck. Shout out. Paste. Stygian Outer Gods? What the fuck is that? But yeah, Australia mentioned. Dewey is an Australian streamer, so if you enjoy Australia, there you go. I don't know if any of you here who are Australian actually watch that many Australian streamers, because I know sometimes timing and time zones and stuff for like your friends in the US and your friends in Australia are probably kind of fucky. I don't know how like well things line up. You know, while I'm here, actually, I used to watch an Australian streamer a lot. This was one of the first streamers that I ever watched. I think they're just called Quill now. Yeah, Quill. They used to be called Gleaming Quill. But I think Quill streams like so late now that I miss most of their most of her streams. So it's been a while. And I think they might be the only Australian streamers that I really know. Oh shit, we got like moving parts over here. We got a cog. Puts my tail in it. Puts my tail in it, it gets caught in the cog, and I'm fucking wound in and crushed. Eat some more. You think they have a similar problem where they stream super late at night for you, where the US stream late stream late night is your afternoon? Yeah. Like, I think Nova said it was 11 p.m. 4... 11 a.m. Oh wait, I missed this message. Toby Fox actually has a thing in place for Chapter 3, where if you use the thing to force the game to let you put fuck in as Chris's thing in the beginning segment. Oh. They have they have like this fucking in Undertale? Fucking mentioned? Rename yourself the Venom Soldier toy? That's crazy. You are feral. You are crazy. Look at the things you are saying in my Twitch chat. The CIA are gonna get us. East Coast too? Nova, have you ever had a slipper lobster? Is it, like, that's what they are, right, Rianne? The slipper lobster things, the little like the flat crabs, little guys that you say are like good eating. No, there's no fuck. I really like that Easter egg of fucking Spamton getting covered in cream. I really need to. I feel like I need to get an animation of that happening to Lilt. The bugs, yeah, the little sea bugs. And by little sea bugs, they seem like they're pretty big, right? They're like pretty big boys. Australia seems like it has some very interesting food. I've not really like heard a lot about Australian cuisine. And I think from what we were saying the other day, they do a lot of like British stuff. You felt lightheaded? Yeah, you really went for it. Oh wait, it's here. This is a really... Oh, the telescope doesn't work. It doesn't work like the ones in Farouk. This is like a really inconvenient place, right? Like this is where the lens of the observatory is, but then there's also this like statue lamp digging into my back, and I'm like a foot tall. I'm like really small. So anyone who's like actually got some heft to them is gonna have this thing sticking like directly into their spine. And also, if they move their head, they're gonna slam it on any of these like bits here. It does kind of look like maybe the whole mechanism can rotate, but oh, you call it flathead? That's crazy. Makes me think of a screwdriver. Behold the cuckold chair. Stinger going right into your spine. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm surprised, Cal, that you kept that bit up all the way through the thing. I really like the bit where he like stops and goes like, and then starts again. Oh, flathead? You haven't had slipper crab? Oh, okay. They look like they'd be good. They look like they'd be like very like handleable as a food. I like seafood. I like it a lot. I eat a lot of shrimp. Oh, yeah, sit down a moment and like, I wish these things were like locally said to me. These are like, oh, fuck. Yeah, honestly, it's kind of impressive how Toby Fox, you see food and you eat it. Haha, yeah, I also owned a joke book once. Yeah, gotcha. Got him. When I was a kid, I had like loads of joke books. I had like these huge ass joke books, and I would go around and just constantly tell jokes, like really bad jokes usually, and the kind of jokes that like kids probably shouldn't be telling you. Yeah, if I was really smart, I would have like sat down on the fucking chair. The thing that I literally just pointed at, I would have like sat down on it. Oh, I just accidentally like pulled my why did I sit in this chair? Because there's no available faces around. That was a joke. Please do not bring your faces beneath my ass in these trying times. I started saying to it's kind of impressive how Toby Fox can just like reliably release like a banger after banger characters. Like where's my drinks? Like each game, there's just like every character is a masterpiece. Just reliably funny and reliably like deep and interesting. They're not just jokes. Even the funny characters are like interesting little guys. I've never played Undertale, and I've never played Deltarune or anything like that. But I've seen the cultural impact, and there is this sort of joke of like Undertale fans are unhinged. Like Undertale fans are just like a feral kind of person who they know so much and care so much and are so obsessed with Undertale, and you look at it and you're like, what is these people's deal? But the more I've learned about Undertale, the more I've seen like the actual quality of the game, the characters, the more like my friends have like shown me memes and things like that, the more you sort of really realize that like it deserves that. It deserves the big sort of cultural fan following. Because no one bats an eyelid about, people who are obsessed about Star Trek or obsessed about Star Wars or any other big franchise. It's just, Undertale's like the funny little Tumblr game. I mean, Tenor, yeah. But then also all the characters from like Undertale, all the little bosses you meet, all the little guys. And like the previous sort of like Deltarune bosses. I used to really not like Spamton because one of the most annoying people I knew basically made their entire personality Spamton. And that was the only thing I knew about Spamton. Was this person basically being like, I'm gonna act like this in real life. I'm gonna talk like this in real life. I'm gonna act like this in real life. Do you want to be a big shot? But then watching like the whole thing, the Undertale stream, Undertale Delta, you know what I mean. Watching the stream with that was actually like real cool. Yeah, a very good balance. And really, it's one of those things of they're very good at sidelining you with. Did you really just do a hydrate redeem right as I stop reaching over towards my stuff? You're not within striking distance? Oh, I see. Is this one of those classic situations of you're both Australian, you're both on the east side of Australia, and it just so happens that that's like 3 trillion miles of empty desert between you and you. There's just like this huge tract of desolate land that no one dares tread. This is a really nice world. I've been meaning to make my own VR chat world. I wonder if that would be interesting to stream. I wonder if people would be interested in learning how to make worlds. The only problem with that is I know a lot less about world making than I know about avatar making. Or avatar. adjusting, I say. Getting to chapter 4. Wait, is the tenor one not the newest chapter? Make a not safe for work VR chat world based around bugs. Are you reading the things you're typing? Like are you reading this? A not safe for work bug world? Do you mean like actual like little bugs? 3 and 4 is same day. Oh, crazy. Oh, wild. I'm probably gonna make an event world for the events we do on Saturdays. So on Saturdays, you know about these, Nova, with the hunt where we have the prey, the hunter, the apex. You're in a big maze, and there's an element of roleplay to these events where prey are supposed to be scared of predators, and the apex and the hunters. There's a food chain there where you have a roleplay of fear and running around. It's the dark. It's sort of scary. I was thinking of taking that format and making a world that's kind of like Prison Escape. You have the cells, you have the showers, you have the courtyards, you have the things like that. Make a sci-fi prison, have some other things like a big like experiment chamber, some like little spots here and there, and having the roles be prisoner, guard, and warden, and having that would be the food chain. And instead of there being this sort of like chase you around and it being really sort of scary, like oh the big monster's gonna get me, it's a lot more sort of like role play of just, hey, this is your role. You go around and you do as you would do within the prison. If you're a guard, you go out there and harass the prisoners. If you're a prisoner, you get up to mischief and you get guards' attentions. If you're the warden, you go and you bully the guards and the prisoners to get them in line, making it sort of like less like the sort of like you've got to run around and you can't really interact with anyone. Doing a sort of a hybrid social thing where it's social, but it's also roleplay. Where you can roleplay as yourself. You don't have to be like, eek, a scary monster. And if you're a monster, you don't necessarily. If you're a scary guy, you don't necessarily have to be like, rawr, I'm a monster. Not that we tend to do a huge amount of monster stuff. That was mostly Teratophiliac's group. One more of a sort of like general group. I was originally going to do a hive-based hunt map where it was kind of like a xenomorph hive, the sort of like spaceship interior with a hive section. But we ended up making a different map and having a different team work on that. And coming along nicely. It's a big asteroid full of ice that is like an ice mining operation. So it's like a big like Weyland-Yutani kind of corporate thing, mining ice out of an asteroid. So there's the interior sections, there's the rock face and the tunnels, and they're all like flowing ice and ice melt. And then there's an industrial lumber yard where they have been growing trees to just sell as lumber. Honestly, Rianne, my inspiration for the facility was the AVP Xbox game. That's like the big inspiration for it. But the hunt world is always the same, or the different worlds each week. We've experimented with different worlds. The problem is there are not many good worlds. Like, it's very niche. There are not many sort of good roleplay worlds that use the systems we need, that properly give people consent information and properly have the mechanics for conducting yourself. we did a world once that was like a library, but people complained about performance, and that was also a Vor Group's world. So all the stuff, all the terminology was all in like Vor speak. If that makes sense. And there's some other maps we've used from Teratophiliacs. One of them is a very big like video game map that does not run well performance-wise, and people have a lot of issues with. And it's so big that it's hard to catch people. Things like so spread out, especially if like you end up with an instance that isn't just full. And then there's the other one that is like just kind of like, it's interesting. There's like a big open area and stuff like that, but it's just not very visually appealing. So most people prefer the labyrinth, the big like temple run maze. You can only join that world if you have a link to it. It's like a private world, but I can give you the link to that world. I can like DM it to you when I'm out of stream. Same game, they made the sequel to and released both on PC, so ripping levels would be possible. Interesting. I don't know if I would rip the levels directly. Not out of any kind of like, oh, that's bad, that's so bad, you shouldn't do that kind of thing, but more of specific things. You want like specific kind of, when you're making a roleplay world, you want to make sure you have specific spaces that push you towards certain kinds of play. Like if I'm making like a prison world where the whole thing is like the prison escape things, you want to introduce things that are like prison tropes. You know, you want your shower cubicles. Maybe you want to have a bathroom area in the world that has a conveniently placed hole somewhere in there. You know, maybe you want to have like an interrogation room. So pulling things directly from a video game map like that might not be the way I would go about that. If I was just making just a world, then something like that would probably work. But it's more of I got an idea in mind that I gotta make sure that I can fully explore. Hello, Nevox. Oh, you're gonna crawl into VR for a bit? Yeah, go freak out. Who's on? Blue. I don't see like a lot of people that I know on. Well, at least from our side of things. There's a lot of like I've got to like sort my VR chat friends list at some point, because generally I try to keep my well, I say that I've usually tried to keep my not safe for work group stuff and my general sort of social group stuff separate, because you know, we know a lot of streamers, and I hang around with a lot of streamers who are not degenerates like I am. Well, okay, maybe if they are degenerates like I am, they're keeping the down low. They're not a. No one's cock is out on their Twitch, is what I'm trying to say. So, considering I hang around with people like that, I gotta make sure that like I'm very careful with things. I don't put myself on like the wrong join settings in case someone from a not safe for work group that is entirely about erotic roleplay joins the stream safe instance with their PP out. Oh, I mean, people can be proud of their degeneracy, but the problem is, Nova, is sometimes Twitch isn't proud of their degeneracy, and when their like job is being a Twitch streamer, that's it can be a bit unfortunate if someone joins the world with their cock out, and suddenly there's a fiasco. I think one of the funniest things that I've seen to that end was someone who was in a not safe for work avatar, and he did not consider the fact that if a camera clips through your clothing, it can see what's under your clothing. And he humped someone else's camera, someone's stream camera, and gave them a face full of pussy. 3 people clipped it. Even after being told, don't clip that. Yep. And we learned a very valuable lesson on why we should use stream-safe avatars and have, a general understanding of what we're doing, who we're hanging out with, and what's going on during a stream. We enjoy a little mischief. Nothing happened. Twitch didn't ban the person or anything like that. It was very hush hush down low. The amount of people I know who have accidentally shown not safe for work avatar parts, accidentally streamed porn from their Discord, accidentally showed something explicit on Twitch and didn't mean to. Pregnant pause blushes. My pause pregnant. Yeah, the amount of people that I've seen happen. I like to think that you're not a real Twitch streamer until someone's accidentally flopped their dick out. All right, you've really got to reach the heights of the whole accidental wardrobe malfunction, and when that happens, you can be like, "I've made it, guys! I'm gonna become world famous." Everyone's gonna be like, "Wow, that's the fellow who got his little taper out by accident on stream." I also went around to all the not safe for work avatars I made for people and was like, "Hey, here's a specific stream safe version to stop these things from happening. Just in case. Here's the PP-less version." Because all of my avatars, this thing, there is nothing on it. I could not accidentally have a wardrobe malfunction. I keep my stuff completely separate. I say completely separate. If I open my menu, I still have my pheromone breath, and I still have my tongue, which can still do this. But I don't think that's inherently explicit, because if anyone asks, I use that to juice limes. I should juice limes. See, this is the problem with this sad little cook chair. If I want to lounge out like this, if I want to get all lounged out, then I'm awkwardly sitting atop this little stool. I think I have an actual chair that I could get, a fold one, but I don't know how well my tracking would with because I don't have knee tracking. I need to get full body tracking. I need to get elbow tracking and chest tracking and knee tracking. I think that's the next step for me. I'm pretty sure I probably have enough trackers around to do that. I might just need the straps. Why did it... I grabbed my chat. Why did it just fly away from me? Kiss you? Did I say that? Did I say something about kissing people? Maybe I did and I just... No! I grabbed it again and it flew away. Come back here. No! Why is it doing this? My chat is now so far away that I can't see it. Can I, like, recall this? You know what? Recenter. Recentering is not available on my Windows. Fuck you. Settings. Windows list. Bring to me. Oh, there we go. There's a bring to me section. Oh shit, I accidentally closed it. Oops. I pressed the wrong X button. Now I have to like support a new window, set contents, chat. Oh, kiss you because of the tongue? Oh wow. I need to add SPS to my tongue. Fuck. There we go. I have unfucked my, you know what? Pin this. Is there a way to like save this setting? Pin it, lock it. Wow. There we go. Now I should never fuck up my my what's it called? OVR toolkit? No, I'll never fuck up my OVR toolkit again. I will never once again make a mistake. You can actually hope Nova wasn't too depraved. They were talking about me kissing them. I was talking about that time. Were you there when Pokey rubbed his like virtual pussy on Fluff's camera? I was talking about that and the importance of having separated not safe for work and safe for work things, and keeping your like devious friend group and your Twitch streamer friend group slightly separate, so that you don't have like people joining you and being like, oh, by the way, my cock is out and there's a Twitch stream happening there. Because, you know, there are people out there who just do not understand the concept of modesty. But I have some overlap. Okay, maybe not. Before I started streaming, I didn't. Before I started streaming, I had no overlap at all. Other than people who I knew from the sort of communities we're in, who then ended up in those instances. Now that I stream, people meet me in these like not safe workplaces and find out that I do stream, and I do like plug my little Twitch thing there, and I like self promotion. They go, oh, that's the fuck bug. That's the bug that fucks. So then they end up coming to the Discord server and the Twitch, and then my friends from like other places come and they mingle together, and now it's kind of like, well, now there is no overlap. So oopsie. But it's fine. I just keep myself on like orange anyway. Like even no matter where I am, I'm always pretty much on orange because I don't want people to know what I'm up to, and also you know, just general precautions, general safety. You might get a laugh at the friends list you've DM'd me. Oh, searches. That's so funny. Real bot streamer real. Oh, Dwebble. This little guy. Oh, these are the Pokemon card things. Oh, big stretch. I didn't do any like workout stuff. Oh no, I just realized if I do my joystick stream on Friday, that's the same day I do my workouts. So I'm gonna be kind of fucked. I'll probably just do it later on in the day. I do a workout at 4 p.m. my time, and I'll probably do it at like maybe 10. I'll probably do it late on a Friday. A joystick workout? That'd be crazy. My personal trainer comes over and I'm like, by the way, I'm gonna do my workout with my headset on. Is that okay? I'm gonna stream the workout. Is that fine? I could actually do it because if I turn my controllers off, so that's my eyes. If I turn my controllers off, I actually have native hand tracking. Like my headset just tracks my hands, so I can like wiggle my little fingers and everything. And if I grab things, then I can actually like grab my dumbbells and do my workout and stuff. The reason I don't use my hand tracking very often is I'm very bad at the meta like hand gesture things to open my menus and stuff. It works if I'm just standing still like this. If I'm just here like this, I have to be a little careful about like the gestures I pull because now my fingers are setting off my stuff, and it's like I got my peace sign, my anger, my fear, my sad, and it can be a bit of a janky thing. Could be a vibe. You want me to go and pick my dumbbells up? You want me to like go and get my things? You want me to get all fit and sweaty, I guess. This also has the issue of if I move my hands out of the tracking of my headset, it now does not know where my hands are. So I pretty much always use my Steam controllers. Show me your fear, yeah, yeah. I got these like these muscles of iron. But yeah, I didn't do my workout on Tuesday last week. I didn't do my workout on Friday last week. I didn't do my workout on Tuesday this week. So I missed 3 sessions, which is not very good. Very bad. I will be doing the one on Friday because I can't miss 4 workouts. And also, my personal trainer is coming here to do it with me. So I'm not going to be like, actually, sorry, fella. I can't do my workout because I'm going to be gooning on the internet. It's a short list. Has your friends list always been like that small and exclusive? Or is this like the new account? Because you are pretty popular. I would be pretty surprised if that was just your like friends list. Everyone thinks you're like pretty cool. Wow, being friends with the Rianne V14 is a very exclusive club. Oh, wait, are we friends? Are we friends on? We are friends. Okay. I'm on the exclusive list. I feel so popular now. Honestly, streaming on this computer is kind of nice. It's nice how powerful this thing is. Like, I feel like there is no stutter. There's no risk of like anything sort of messing my frames or like I feel secure. My computer is a lot more temperamental. I'm probably due an upgrade. Maybe my graphics card's a bit faulty. You have a rule if you get a request I accept it next time I see that person, says currently there's 2 pending. Oh, that makes her a good choice. I usually accept requests from anyone who I am fine with them joining me while I'm doing something. Because I think that's like the big key thing for me with a friend request. Even if I like someone, or even if I'm friends with someone, or if they're the kind of person who if I was alone in VRChat and they joined me and I began having a worse time, I wouldn't accept their friend request. Not to say that's why I don't accept someone's friend request. It's more of like that is like my main consideration for if someone gets a friend request. I'm like, yeah, they're probably fine, they're pretty good. But to be fair, the only time I really get into VR is usually to stream or to do the not safe for work community things, or the stream sort of friend group thing I have, community things for like you know, Snow. And I say stream, but you know, me and Snow are like pretty good friends. I think I like to think I like to think me and Snow are pretty good friends. She's been to my house like multiple times. We go to conventions together. You know, I hope we're friends. Well, you know, you seem like a cool little creature. Maybe a little feral. Maybe a little like, you know, really going for it. A little really locked in on the whole deep levels of unbridled perversion. But still pretty cool. I say that, but I am locked in onto deep levels of unbridled perversion, but I'm usually just like more subtle about it. Like I'm never very down bad on the outside. I'm usually very down bad on the inside. But I also make a lot of out of pocket jokes that, unfortunately for me, have mostly revolved around cuckolding because I think it's very funny. So cuckolding for me became very funny when people started using it as an insult. When it became like the kind of person who like goes, "Oh, you're a beta cuck." The thing you insult someone with is usually like it's usually like a reflection or a projection of your own insecurities, and it means that you are absolutely terrified of someone fucking your wife. That's what that is. If you go around calling people a beta like soy boy cuck, you're probably terrified of that soy boy fucking your wife. That's in your mind. So it became like a pretty like funny thing where I just think cuckolding is like a real funny, and then I tell a little jokes about it, and then people go, "Hey Lilt, you joke about cuckolding a lot." You know who else jokes about things a lot? People who are into something. Like, haha, guys, wouldn't it be funny if I like peed? Haha, peeing is so funny, haha. And then it turns out that person has like a peeing fetish, and you're like, oh, it all makes sense now. So then there's the whole element of like that. And then people also started telling cuckolding jokes about me. So now I live in a prison of my own creation, and I'm very terrified of one day walking in and someone's fucking my wife, and I'm like, oh shit, that's kind of hot. Oh no. Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Oh. Also, if you have a good cuckolding joke, Rianne, please tell me. Please tell me. You heard DJN? Why your favorite insult is 3 stars? Your favorite insult is bug? Yeah, I want you to tell me the cuckolding joke. That'd be cool. That'd be cool. You know, you can tell me a little like cuckolding joke. That's a good one. That's a real good one. Would be funny if you were left stung and left helpless. Yeah, but the thing is, Nova, because this is like the Twitch stream and it's not like a joystick stream. I'm not gonna like sting you and leave you helpless in a sexual way. I'm gonna like sting you and leave you helpless, like in an Arby's car park. Wait, what would be a good place? Like a good place to just like leave someone like paralyzed. Like if you could like sting someone with a paralyzing thing and they are just like locked in place. That like people can't tell. Like it locks all their joints. You basically turn that person into a statue. What would be like the funniest place to leave someone like that? Because like short term, it would be very funny to do that to someone in like who's like standing in line, like standing in a queue. You like sting them and they're paralyzed, and they just stay standing there, and then people behind them are like, "You, are you gonna move forwards? Are you gonna hello?" But that's very short term because at some point they go, "There's clearly something wrong with this person," and they like pick you up and move you. Beach as the tide comes in. That's just gonna kill someone, Rian. I like that. Let's do it to Cornet. Stinging someone in a drive-through, like, but like they can't drive, right? Because they're paralyzed. So do you like park them at a drive-through and paralyze them so they can't move? So they're just like there, like hands on the wheel, looking straight ahead as the person's like, "Hey, can I take your order?" And they're just like 1,000 yards stare ahead. They're in the menu and you sting them. That's wait, what? So you sting them and then just go, "I'll take a and then they're just there. Everyone else is just fucked. Well, the thing is, you can move the. Wait, do you reckon like they have a towing service on call for drive-throughs for if someone just parks their car there? Because someone could just park their car at a drive-through and just be like, I wind my windows up, I turn my engine off, and I just sit there. And you could fuck up a drive-through all day. Unless they get someone out to move your vehicle. Hello, Reload. Reload, we're talking about, so you have a stinger. You have a stinger that can paralyze someone. And if you paralyze them, they are completely just stuck in place. Like they become a statue. And we're trying to think of like what the funniest place you could like paralyze someone and leave them to just be like in the way, to just be kind of weird. Like someone's in a queue at the grocery store, sting them, and then suddenly everyone's like, "Hey, are you gonna move forward, buddy? Are you just gonna stand there?" Stinging people and then making them listen to the Lord and Savior. Yeah, it's Rian said at the top of a water slide. I guess if you like kick them down the water slide, then suddenly it's like that would be like a miserable experience because you're gonna like bounce. Roller coaster, once it ends, they just don't get off. Yeah, because they'd still be conscious. They'd still be totally conscious. Really works well if that person's afraid of roller coasters. What would you do, Nevox? The thing is, Rian, they're paralyzed, so the venom locks their joints. They can still feel. They can still, like, everything's still there. Their joints are all just locked. They can't move. Their skeleton is no longer, like, working. So, instead of ragdolling, they would, like, they would, like, bounce like a prop. Imagine how awkward it is, the ride ends and don't get off. What do you do if you are like a roller coaster attendant, the ride ends, everyone gets off, one guy stays there and goes, "Another one." Do you just let him keep going, or do you be like, "Sorry, you have to queue again"? Because I think you'd kind of be like, "Oh, okay, just go for it, just, you know, do a thing." But then he goes to again, and he comes out and he goes, "Another one." Would, like, at what point do you go, "I can't keep letting you just stay in this seat saying another one"? There's like people wanting to enjoy the ride. Park bench and you paint them like a statue. There are those people who like who do that, right? They pretend to be statues and like people give them money, and sometimes they'll like jump scare you. T-pose down it and they get stuck in the middle. Oh, that's awful. They have to call management and park security. Like, so the thing is, Like, your protocol for that is probably that you call management and have park security and do that. But you, as an employee, only have so much bullshit you're willing to put up with in a day. And sometimes one person comes along and it's like, this person has used up my bullshit quota. I am not doing anything that's going to stress me out. If this guy wants to keep riding the roller coaster, I don't fucking care, let's just let him. Because if he starts yelling at me, I'm going to cry. Fishing, stuck with a fish they can't reel in. You do that while someone's like sea fishing, like on the pier, like on the coast. They're holding their fishing rod. They catch a fish. They can't reel it in. The fish is just stuck on the line. That fish gets eaten by a bigger fish, which gets eaten by a bigger fish, which gets eaten by a bigger fish, until there is eventually a fish big enough that it just pulls the person in, until they've caught a shark. I smell up cheese. You know what, crazy guy? We were talking about the stream things that have like AI summaries and AI stuff, and I said, if I wanted my Twitch chat to hallucinate and start saying some weird fucking shit, I would just ask Crazy Guy to come to my chat. And what would you know? You have just come in and you have accused me of having an aroma of dairy product. I'll give you a kiss. You gotta go hop in the shower. Wow, enjoy being wet. I could probably do with the shower as well. Oh, you don't want to see the inside of my eyes. You probably do. No, forget you saw that. Don't let the magic get broken. Oh, no, middle nose went through again. Fromage. Fromage. Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage. Omelette du fromage. I remember watching that episode of Dexter's Lab as a kid, and like the bit where he like puts his like little fingers on there and he's pretending to be a triceratops. I did a fly swatter redeem. Do I look like a fly? But also, I have the feeling if I had a fly swatter redeem, I would be using it so often. There'd be nothing left of me. I've been meaning to make some redeems like that, like the sort of like virtual, like things with sounds, things with like effects. I really like the redeems that like throw shit at people. I think they're very funny. You don't just use a fly swatter on flies. I guess it just becomes like a general bug swatter. You gotta get the salt shotgun. Why aren't I with my BFF? I'm gonna ask you who my BFF is, Crazy, and if I'm disappointed with your answer, I'm stinging you, and we're gonna find what the funniest thing we can do with your paralyzed body is. Where's my hydration? Oh. I have refilled my cup. I returned from the den of dehydration, but like the opposite of dehydration. Refilled with piss. You know, actually, don't be sorry, Nova. As much as I've said, like, oh, the out-of-pocket things, you know, being a little bit more toned down for Twitch, the first thing that ran through my mind was, I have refilled my bladder. So I thought the exact same thing. My bestest friend, Blue Phoenix 23. Crazy, were you the person who was saying that any creature that has more than 4 limbs is an abomination? Because Blue was telling me about one of her moderators who had an opinion that anything with more than 4 limbs was an abomination against the eyes of God. Hello, Shimmy. Good luck paralyzing you. You always wear sweatpants and long sleeves. Look at the size of this stinger. This thing is like multiple inches long. The stinger is as big as my dick. I don't think sweatpants and long sleeves really enter the equation there. You need, like, armor plating. Imagine stinging someone, leaving them naked in the bush at a park. Okay, so I said, Nevox, I said funny things we could do to people. I didn't say hot things we could do to people, right? The funny thing is, if you left someone naked in a bush in a park and, like, no one noticed, then they're probably just gonna have, like, bugs crawl them and stuff, right? They're just gonna have, like, a terrible time. What are my thoughts on transformation? Hot. That was you? You were very lucky, Crazy, because I have 2 arms and 2 legs, so I don't actually fall under the abomination category. Embarrassing also works. Yeah, I guess it is embarrassing to be left naked in a public place. Sunderform hard kiting where the original Sting was done. Bug transformation. That's pretty cool. You thought the stream was like a magnifying glass and I'm 2 inches tall? Canonically, like, I don't really have a height. A lot of my characters are just kind of like any size, so people will sometimes draw them in jars. Sometimes I stream with Rathiel in a little jar. VR chat wise, this model is up to my antennas, like 1 meter tall. Waking up at 4:15 AM and seeing a bug stream. What time zone would that be? Are you in like Asia, maybe? Europe? It's you're definitely like, no, you're definitely like not near Australia, right? Because Australia is probably like 12 or 1 in the afternoon. It's currently 10 PM here, so maybe Europe, yeah. I spent the first half of the stream iterating I'm not big. Did I? I've already forgotten. Stage the theater between shows? That'd be kind of wild. Just like sting someone, paralyze them, leave them in like the corner of something. Like they're just there, standing in the background of a theater production. TF. Corner to you or someone's transformation. Corner to me are the only bugs that I like. You know, Noms is a moth, right? You know Noms is a moth. They're a bug as well. Dewey has a bug. I don't know if you've ever met Dewey the Fennec. They have a brand new bitty bee bug. You know, Hollow Knight is a bug. He's a little guy. He's a little man. My character accurate height is small. That's about it. Okay. Maybe that's true. 12:14 PM. Yeah, about spot on. Yeah, Nevox, are you also a bug, Nevox? Are you bug coded? What's your bug? Tell me about your bug. I don't know if you actually maybe already talked about your bug before, because most people bring their bugs to me and say, hey, I'm a little guy. Oh no, we've not had a message between each other. Nev is just a bag. Is your Discord name? You got to change that to Nev is just a bug. Minty the Bug is collecting all the samples from anything he can for his cocktails. I like making cocktails. It's kind of funny that like the Bitty Bee is a bartender. He's like a little club bar boy, the original one. As an AI, you have bugs. Does that count? Virtual bugs. That could be cool. Bug Tamagotchi. As long as they don't freak me out being realistic and near you. See, yeah, Cornered is definitely... There is a sliding scale on how bug-like someone is. Like, look at Cornet. Cornet is a tiger bee. They're bug-like. They have the wings and little antennas. And their tail is like a hybrid of like a cat tail and and a bug, like kinda ish shaped hummingbird kind of. The funny thing is, the tiger bees look a lot more like hummingbirds, moths with their wing shape and their abdomens and things. So they're very not like bee-like at all. Oh, and their little tiny feet. That's kind of bug coded. So like cornet's like really far on the not really that bug-like. Then you have me, who is very much obviously a bug. I don't have real features from anything that isn't a bug other than the paws, but I don't have multiple limbs. I don't have 4 arms. I don't have like additional legs. I don't have multiple compound eyes or mandibles. My jaw doesn't split open. I'm very on that side of the spectrum when it comes to being a bug. And then I know other people who are like, they're a wasp, where they're humanoid. They're the fully humanoid wasp, but their mouth splits open, and they have like jet black eyes. And all of their body, I'm like soft and stylized, they're fully plated out. They're like even further on this sort of bug spectrum. And then you get into the real like monstery bugs, where there is nothing familiar about them. They are all kinds of hinged limbs. There is. You look at them and you're like, that is a creature. That is a specimen. And then like beyond that, you're fully into the. That's literally just a bug. Can you transform you into a bug to my current pleasure? Yeah, sure. That's probably within my capability. I'm sure if I sting you enough times, something will happen, right? You'd have a bug OC, just a little mantis boy, bad for D&D games in a similar setting to Hollow Knight, or something, a millipede healer. That sounds super cool. I have a mantis character, and there is a person called Cinderoids or Cindervoids. I can't remember exactly which one they use. Who does very good characters for the mantis species. Your name is based on the rarest card you pulled on Pokemon TCGP. Nova was just talking about pulling cards out of like a Pokemon thing. They found a what was it, like an illustrated or immersive Suicune or something. Bugs you. Was it you, Rian, who originally sent me a meme where it was like a moth that was like eating someone's clothes, and it was just like the Telegram messages of like, sorry if I'm bugging you, like sorry about the fact that I'm bugging you. If I'm bugging you, sorry. Immersive suicide. That's so funny. That's crazy. My favorite Pokemon, Suicide. It wasn't you? Yeah, you were like, for a long time you've been like my repository of bug memes, where I'd be like, ah shit, there's this like bug meme that was like really funny, and I don't know how to find that. But at some point you've probably sent it to me, so I would go back through our DMs and be like, ah shit, there we go, that's the one. Eevee bag item card, I don't know what that is. You do have a problem keeping your OCs alive? Oh, you're like a bad Tamagotchi owner? Shimmy and unnamed Nova Beast are like the only 2 characters you draw. You're always impressed when people have multiple OCs and can manage using them somewhat evenly. So, my OCs are generally VR chat stuff, and I don't use them evenly. I very much use them situationally. Rathiel is my sort of like fiendish, fun little guy. I'm a lot more feral when I'm in Rathiel. But then I have like my Angel Bee and Lilt. I'm a lot more softer and a lot more normal in those. I'm a lot more like, the Angel Bee is a lot more deliberately shy, and Lilt is just me. And then I have like my Mantis, who I don't use very often because he's not finished, and he's currently going through a rework, and I'm not super happy with where he's at with his features. And Aaron is also like another like mischief maker, but he's a lot less. He doesn't have a stinger. He's a lot less feral, sort of like, openly like deviant. He's more opportunistically deviant because all my characters were built for VR chat roleplay. So depending on whether I'm like in a more dominant, in a more switchy, in a more submissive sort of situation, depends on the character I usually go. Most of the time, I end up in Rathiel or Aaron because the way our event works is we have prey, hunters, and apexes. Where hunters and apexes like predators who can like catch other people and instigate scenes with them. Prey are there to be caught. There's always prey is like always full. Prey maxes out because I'm going to tell you a little secret. Everyone is a bottom. Everyone on this earth is apparently a bottom, a submissive little bottom that wants to be caught and used. So prey is always full, and you always need more tops. You always need more dominance, because otherwise it will just all be prey. So I have to take it upon myself as a good-natured person to be like, I'm gonna go out there and I'm gonna be a hunter. I'm gonna go and be the top they need me to be. So I'm very rarely actually a prey. You're gonna finally post your OCs so you can discover a reference artist? Shimi's an artist right there. They posted the porn in the Discord. There's a few like cool artists I could like potentially recommend. Blue Sky is also like a very good place. You don't think anyone can bottom you after yesterday? Yeah, you are a bit of a bottom, and by a bit of a bottom I mean like entirely a bottom. To the point that you are so much of a bottom, Nova, that I think with the right pushing you could become a top. Because all you need is someone to dominantly grab you by the scruff of the neck and be like, here's what you're gonna do. You're gonna fuck that guy. You are gonna fuck this guy, okay? Go and do that. Vamos slaps your ass. Like I think you're so submissive that maybe we could gaslight you into becoming a switch. Do's or don'ts for my guys. Like I guess I don't really have like any real hard like do's or do nots. Don't do anything. Don't draw me in any way that would get me like cancelled. Like so okay. There's some background to this one. It'll make sense. Me and Pokey hang out a lot, and there's this running joke that me and Pokey have occasionally said to each other where you could like really fuck someone up by commissioning art of them, like reprehensible art, or making reprehensible art of them, and then commissioning it on that, and then having it put out there like, oh, this person commissioned art of this, and it's like them doing 9/11 or something, or them conducting themselves in a fetish of which they do not conduct themselves in. You know, let's as a real funny hoo-ha get art of our friend as an inflation kink guy when he actually hates inflation, and then everyone starts talking to him about the inflation art that has been made of him. Like that kind of joke is like just ruining someone's life through the power of artwork. I'm generally fine with like most things. I just think like giving someone unbridled 100%, you can do whatever you want with me. You know, there should be a little asterisk there of, but please do that sensibly. You know, do not draw me shitting my pants because you know. Draws me pregnant. Joke's on you, Rianne. I've already been drawn pregnant, and that was a commission I got up myself. I took the power back from the artists. I became pregnant of my own accord. Put me up with a Mantis Boy or something? Absolutely, that's fine. And you can have like any of my characters. If your Mantis Boy is dominant, you can have a dominant character. You can have a submissive character or a switch character. In fact, all of my characters are switches, simply on the fact of they have to be. Lilt is so small. In fact, no, all of my bugs are so small. They're little guys that if some big guy grabs me by my throat and is like, "I'm fucking you," my options are limited. So by my very nature, I kind of cannot be, in any way, shape, or form, an exclusive top. Yeah, at some point, probably sometime soon actually, I will post references for all my characters in the Discord. There is actually a channel with all of my reference images in them. It's just a private channel at the moment. It's like left over from when I used to use the Discord group as just my personal artwork channel. The funny thing is, setting up OBS on this computer, my own, like, I could not think of a good and efficient way to transfer files from my computer to this computer without looking for a USB stick. And I ended up copying over all my stream setup and my pictures and things like that for my background in my stream by submitting them into the Lilt porn Discord channel that has all the porn images of like Lilt. I put all my stream stuff in that, went down, logged into Discord on the other computer, and took them out of the Discord channel. The Stinger shimmy is variable. It sort of does whatever I'm feeling at the time. Sometimes I'm like, the Stinger will paralyze someone. Sometimes it's an aphrodisiac. Sometimes it's full of fentanyl and bang energy. It's very much one of those whatever the need of the scene is. And it's kind of hard to see from this angle, but if I pull this out a little bit, Raphael is a fallen angel. So it's the Stinger has like a venom element, but it's also a supernatural thing as well. It's a corruption. It's an envenoming thing that can like mess with people's souls and stuff. I'm not immune to my own venom. People regularly use my own tail against me. There are some people who are so routine with it that they immediately grab my tail and go, "You know what I'm gonna do." The funniest thing is, the fastest way to find out whether you're dealing with a dominant or a submissive is to come up to them with a Scorpion character and go, "Hey, you know, I'm real dangerous. I've got this venomous sting, and I'm gonna have you at my mercy." Whether or not they back away, or whether they just fucking grab your tail and go, "You're gonna do what now?" That's how you tell if someone's a dominant. Would holy water work on me, hypothetically? I don't know if holy water works on a fallen angel. Maybe. Rianne, originally, I was actually going to have an ovipositor that slides out. From the tail. But I did not actually end up doing that because I couldn't find a nice, elegant way to sort that out. And now I will hydrate. You'd stare and stare. I need to get the hypno eyes on this. Yeah, how slowly does it slide out? But hypothetically, if I had one on this one, you know, it would probably be. So I really like it when you have something that is like an ovipositor coming out, where it pushes out a bit, and then it's stopped by its own friction. Like, it comes out, it pushes a bit, and then there's like a bit of a pause, and then it pushes. Oh, okay. Hello, Blue. We were not talking about ovipositors. Hello, how's it going? It was your affiliate anniversary today, right? I would've slipped on by, but I had so many technical difficulties, and then I got my stream set up, and now I'm finally working. Well, it was Chat's fault. It was Chat's fault. It's Chat's fault. It's always Chat's fault. See, nothing I say is something that I come up with. I'm just responding to whatever it is they've said. Thank you, Cal.
The bugs are back.
But yeah, everyone should follow Blue Phoenix. She's very cute, very fun. She has a pie shark that she has regularly hooked up to her stuff. So, you know, you can give her little zippy zappies. She recently got legs. She recently got full body leggy tracking. So she can do all kinds of wiggling now. And it was her affiliate anniversary today. So if you could give her the gift of a follow, and then the next time you see her streaming, you can give her the gift of bullying her from me, like on my behalf, that would be wonderful. You don't even have to follow me. You don't have to follow me. You just have to go over to her and you know, spread my love. My little air quotes love. The gift of the over, that's crazy. You're literally one away from, no way, you're one away from like 1,000 followers, and it's only like you're like 1 year affiliate. That's incredible. Holy shit. 1,000 people in a year is insane. How do I scroll this up? So much happened in a shocker. Yeah, you knew what I was walking into. We were walking into Blue. Yeah, I'm blaming my chat. It was actually specifically Rianne who was asking about the ovipositor. So blame our favorite. You'll be freaky and suck on the stinger. Get some of the venom, a French kiss, and maybe bite my tongue in the process slightly as you feed me my own venom. Okay, I read all of that, and I didn't consider how like saucy it was going to be, and the fact that I just had the raid and stopped myself talking about like sordid things, and then I just said something like that again. So that's the fun thing. Venom is usually not effective when it's ingested. Like venom is an injectable. It goes into your bloodstream. So when you think about it, if you suck on the sort of stinger like that, you should, as long as you have no internal injuries, like a stomach ulcer or something, be fine. Theoretically, it's a supernatural material coming out of an anthropomorphic bug fallen angel. Your mileage may vary. But the idea of doing that, where you like suck the venom out of the stinger and then bite someone, is very fun. That's very fun. Yeah, you're such a sticker about venom and poison. Yeah. Suck on the stinger, it's fine. What could go wrong? What could go wrong? What could go wrong putting a sharp object full of like noxious corruptive chemicals? But thank you for following Zincrofin and God Wolfbane. I recognize your username from somewhere. I think I've seen you in like other people's streams. Dragon Tamer Raichu. I don't know why I had so much trouble saying the word dragon there. Yeah, thank you for the follows. Welcome to my little bug experience. I usually do VR chat, making VR chat, like models, not from scratch. I do kit back. I do the kind of thing that you can do. If you want an avatar like mine, I can show you how to do that. I like streaming that kind of thing. And sometimes I'll do like little silly things here and there. I think I streamed web fishing once, unless I hallucinated that. I think I streamed web fishing once. Let's discuss male and female praying mantises. Okay, so there's also the whole thing of, I haven't done a huge amount of research into it, but I'm pretty sure the whole thing of the reliability of females always eating the male is often caused by captivity. The research, when you're researching praying mantises and you're keeping them in their enclosures and doing that, they're a lot more likely to eat the male than they are in the wild, but they will still do it, right? They'll still do it, to the point that you know that the body can continue functioning without its head. You find that with a lot of bugs. You take a bug's head off, and it will continue functioning because they don't have the same kind of brain system we have. They don't have one brain, and you cut the head off, and the body just falls down. They have like distributed ganglia. I might have seen you in Growthin. I've definitely seen God Wolfbane before. I've definitely seen their name. Maybe in like Riderfluff's chat. Maybe in Blue's chat before. Maybe somewhere else. I don't know. What about my head? No one's ever taken my head. No, actually. Okay. Story time. I was doing a scene with someone in VR chat. Some would say a roleplay scene with a bit of a devious element to it, almost an erotic roleplay scene, where the person, they were putting my head in their mouth. And at one point there was a bit of a misunderstanding with how hard they were biting. They were, teasing me and sort of like chomping, and at one point I assumed they had just bit my head off. So I like crumple down onto the ground, and they're just sort of like looking down at me like, and we're both in character. So I'm there like, oh, I'm dead now. I'm there like, lights out. And they're looking down at me like, oh, I didn't mean to do that, but and then the whole sort of thing of them loudly being like, oh, I sure hope that wasn't I sure hope they recover from that. I'd be real unfortunate if I had broken a little guy like that. So, to the point of like me being like, oh, I'm not dead. I was simply momentarily passed out from the pressure of having my head chomped. Yeah, the misunderstandings. Down to get the ear bleach, bite your head off, bite your head off, bite your head off. Om nom nom. Yeah, it was a little bit of a misunderstanding. You're gonna be hosting a small D&D adventure for a few friends. First encounter is a massive moth. Wait, my chat scrolled up. Chat, return to me. You know what? It's easier to do this in OBS. I realize you're going to be holding a small D&D adventure for your friends. First encounters a massive moth that simulates the night skies. It feeds on people and light in the town. That sounds cool as hell. So no head? Yeah, no head. My head was bitten off. Bully me? You can't bully me. I'm unbullyable crazy. I'm just a little guy. You love reading my chat? Yeah, my chat's a bit of a place to be. A bit of a thing. Oh, you going to bed? Good night, Reload. Cool seeing you around. Cool knowing that you enjoy bugs as much as you might even enjoy bugs more than I do if you're thinking about that protein content. You're long friends with Blue Phoenix? Maybe I've seen like around on Blue Phoenix's things before. Sometimes I'm like lurking in her streams and like I'm not always like super active, but I try and be here and there. Sometimes if I'm working on something, I'll have a stream open in the background, but if I get too involved into the stream, then I don't do the thing I'm working on. So I lurk a lot. I realize my body is like a little like squiffed. I think my tracking might be slightly. I think my chat a cesspit. Maybe. Oh, you've seen me with Bebop? Yeah, I know Bebop. Bebop likes to step on me. Bebop likes to put their paw on my face, and grind my little head into the paw while I'm there like, I'm just a little guy, man. I'm just trying to live my life. Why are you doing this to me? Why would you do this to a little guy? There was actually a moment we were playing Murder. I think it's like Murder 3 or something. And Bebop is bullying me by, pushing their paw on my head, being like, "I'm gonna step on you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna crush you." And for a split moment, I do my whole cloaking thing where I vanish. Here. Why is it not working? There we go. I can vanish, and I do this when people are like trying to get me. At that exact moment, the killer came around a corner, exactly as for like 1 second I cloak. Like It's like an on and off thing. We're role playing out this stupid little thing. The killer comes around the corner, kills Bebop and the person behind him, and as I reappear, doesn't turn around. Does not see me reappear. So, stepping on me saved my life. Didn't do what you wanted, Crazy? Can I ask you, Crazy, like, what it was that you wanted with that? Like, that wasn't a redeem or anything. There's no, like, technical element that I can see for this sentence that you have constructed for me to read, for me to lay my eyes on. There's no text-to-speech here. There's no you do a subscription and it reads out your message. There's no channel points, text redeem. There's no like bits thing that you can exploit to have you read out some abhorrent thing into my ear. I don't have a make me read this in a mommy voice. What was the game plan? The fucking shrug is crazy. Yeah, I don't have a... It said it would put it in OO speed? What, like you had like a converter or something? Yeah, it's just added in like OOs and ooos. That's a sentence. A prison sentence. Metal hydration. Also, this is like a nice world as well. We've been vibing out in like this. I like the purple crystal because it matches my color, my vibe, and it's also very close to the artistically nude lady. That's quite nice. And then we have like all this like cool chamber. And Crazy Guy, just for you, I had you in mind when I saw this. We have our own little cuckold chair. We have a little cuckold chair just for you to sit on. Oh, wait, I didn't even notice that up there. Holy shit. So there's a tree. You have the urge right now to stab my singer? This isn't a joystick stream, Cal. I can't get horny on Twitch. Because that's the thing, like, usually my sting effect is like generally like what does the person what does the scene require? And most of the time that's an aphrodisiac. Is that a Pokemon? But you don't actually know what a cuckold is. What, Crazy? Are you like gaslighting me? Are you for real? You don't know what a cuckold is? Despite knowing what a cuck chair is? How would a scene involving you require that? What do you want to inject me with, Cal? What is your poison? Crazy would be in someone's lap. If it was up to me, Godwolfbane, Crazy would be in a cage. They'd be in the gulag. I would put Crazy in like a little cage, like a bird cage kind of thing with a chain on the top, and I'd lower it down into a well, so it's like halfway. Like, it's not like at the bottom of the well, because then he could like get out and be in the bottom of the well. I want there to be enough fall damage between the bottom of the well and Crazy. There's no water at the bottom. Maybe there's like a poison or something at the bottom, but there's no water. Would have the cage like half suspended. We need like a good distance between like the well wall and the cage walls. Would lower him down there. That is where we would be putting Crazy. Look it up. It's funnier to explain. Is a cuckold someone that watches someone sleep? It's a bug thing, you wouldn't get it. You're never into Hypno in a lewd way, but for some reason the power trip it gives hella enticing as a hypnotist, so your friends make me discover something after. See, I think Hypno is fun as a roleplay thing. I don't really know anything about like I know people who have like Hypno triggers where it's like if you say this or do this, it affects me in some way, shape, or form. For a long time, I thought that kind of thing was bullshit. But the more I think about it, the more I realize you probably can condition someone into feeling stuff like that. I have been conditioned to get thirsty when I hear someone use a clicker because of association, repeated association, through no will of my own. I've never like done the whole thing where you put triggers and things in people, but I do like the pheromone play thing. I do like, I guess it's like chemical play in its own way, where you sort of like use the pheromone stuff and you know, tell someone, oh, you're like being affected by the bug pheromones, and you know, now you're getting all hazy and dizzy, and the more you breathe it in, the warmer you're getting, you know, that kind of thing, where you sort of talk someone through an experience. And depending on, you know, what they're into, their mileage may vary. It also has a screen space shader, so I can make it blur out people's vision and things sort of become a haze. There's no way for me to actually show that unless I get rid of my stream camera, I think. Okay, so now you're in my POV. If I do this should now make... So this is what happens to someone's vision. See, it sort of all melts away, and you can't see the full effect because of the way the VR chat camera works. I think it's capturing from one lens, so it's only showing like, it's not showing the fact that it fully blurs. It's a bit sharp on the edge. You can still sort of see stuff. You can see things like very close to you. I need to make it so there's more of an intensity adjustment for that kind of thing. It's a very fun asset. You can change the hue of the stuff. You can be like, oh, it's pollen. This is my bug pollen. You can change the intensity of things. I usually keep it very small and subtle, but you can make it into big, huge, like intense clouds that have like a world drop, and you can like leave them. There's like loads of little bug puffs. Wow. It's like the lobotomy thing that Zom has. I haven't seen that, but that's pretty... Oh, is it like the lobotomy asset with the hammer? This is a purchased asset, Cal. This is from... I think their store page is called Necon118. It's called the Pheromone Package. Piss breath. Kills you, kills you, kills you. It's pollen. Screams. Is it a lobotomy thing? Like you do the homemade like it's like the chisel and the punk. You have a ton of Necon stuff? Yeah, Jackie knows. Jackie knows. Have you seen the new SPS pack that Necon released? The like really fucking insane one? Interesting, Cal. If you are interested, I can send you the link to it. Details. It's like a really fucking like wretched SPS pack. One of them is a beehive with like a hole in it, and you put your dick in there, and like angry Minecraft bees come out. That's the tame one. But the other stuff is like a drill, a cheese grater, a blender that all have SPS on them. It's like yeah, it's like a really crazy. Oh yeah, the Nekon's avatars are very detailed. Nekon is probably one of the best people for making mores, for making mouth things. The way they animate the saliva and the throat contractions and the muscle like wetness like in the neck is very high tier. I think Lethos's mouth was modeled by Nekon. He had other experts make like other stuff, but for the mouth in particular, I think Nekon did it. A few of their monster stuff. I have the pheromone package. I have some of their like bug things. They have the little bug PPs, little like tentacle PPs and things. So they're fun. Nekon does a lot of like very detailed, explicit assets. But I don't use those for my own characters because these guys are very stylized. If I had a hyper-realistic bug dick, it would look weird on my character. But for people who are like a very sort of like going for realism, going for that sort of style, who are like bigger and more detailed, absolutely incredible. And their big like raptor avatar and stuff like that is very fun. But yeah, Cal, I will I don't know if I can like get it on this computer here as a link because I think the pheromone package isn't 18 plus. It's like not marked not safe for work. So I should actually be able to send that over. Because Jinxie like doesn't show you. Oh, they have the egg pack as well. Oh, Nekon also just released something called Status and Ailments, where essentially like RPG stuff, like erotic like RPG things, where it's like you're being debuffed. They release a debuff system, so you can have like text appear beside your head where it's like negative int, sort of like ticking up, or like pinned, paralyzed, like the status effect name things coming above them. Made an alien cat. She has 10 tentacles. She only sees 6. The others are 4. I was thinking of making an eldritch bug. I was thinking of making it like my cockroach as an eldritch bug, where parts of their texture would become like a full like oil slick void thing, and tentacles would just come out of the body, like they are themselves a portal to something else. What was I doing? I was getting the pheromone breath. No, I don't want to paste. I want to copy. Select all. Copy. I think Shoko might have also added this to their Salazzle. Is it Salazzle? That's like the like pink lizard Pokemon. There you go, Cal. I have sent it over. How long am I gonna be on VR tonight? I don't know. I don't know how long I'm gonna be on VR. I was considering not streaming super long, but then also maybe hanging out and doing something afterwards. I think last time I kind of like screwed up a little bit because I wanted to go to Pyro's movie night thing, but I ended up doing a long stream because I was having a lot of fun. And then by the time I got out of VR, I was so like dead and wrecked that I couldn't exist anymore. You sent me pictures, non-lewd, then why even bother sending me them? I fold my arms and pout slightly. Oh yeah, I know someone else who like these sort of tentacles. They're very nice. I've been meaning to make my own tentacles, like rig them up in a certain way so that they're fitted specifically to my body. So like they come like out of my mesh. Like I have them as like mesh additions like in my head and in my stuff, and when my texture changes, they come out of there. Argyle, hello. Yeah, I did see your little request thing, and like I usually stream solo, but I have been thinking that it would be nice this week to actually get into VR and hang out with some of the people who I don't usually hang out with very often. Because usually when I'm hanging out in VR, I'm at lewd events. So Pyro was also on to VRC since they cancelled the game night. Is Pyro like streaming VRC or just hanging out VRC? Let me see. Is yeah, that'd be cool. Oh, they come out when your gesture control is so nice for things. Like having things like properly set up for gesture control is so nice. One thing I would recommend for everyone is when you get a VR chat avatar, it's a little bit of work, but it's not too much work, is customizing your expressions. Some avatars will have an expression on every single like hand setup, and I really don't like that, because you suddenly, if I'm doing two open paws, I do a gesture, but this is just how I'm holding my hands. If I like fold my hands into little fists, then I do a gesture, and I may not want that. I may just be gesticulating. So I like to specifically have just gestures on hand arrangements that I don't usually do, and then I will use the other stuff for like specific abilities or switching stuff. Like for my Dragonfly, if I do double finger points, I like power up, and then when I'm powered up, I can like use my fists and my open hand as teleporters. Like learning to do that kind of thing makes being in a VR chat avatar like so much more organic. Be like Jackie. Use your fingers to unleash your tentacle potential. Pout slightly. Gonna swish my little puffy cheeks. Ooh. Oh. Interesting. Oh no, wait. Oh, I think my avatar is like slightly skewed. Is it? Maybe I'm just like losing my mind. But if you don't have tentacles, you can control something else, right? Just think of anything that you would want to control that you don't want to have to go through a menu for each time. Puts me in a jar. You're gonna shake me as well? You're gonna shake me? You're gonna shake me in a little jar? I'm a big strong bug. I'm sure I can take it. Mantis bad boy. Oh no, oh no, you've gone from like just putting me in a jar to making into a pit fight. I've seen some VR stuff. It's pretty nice. Yeah, I'm doing a joystick stream on Friday where I'll be able to actually show off some of my VR stuff. Like when we were talking about the ovipositor earlier, you know, like talking in detail about how to animate an ovipositor to really like give it some oomph. And then like right as I was talking about that, Blu-rayed me, and I was like, oh, I should probably not. I know you're gonna get out till the jar is full of bug juice. What kind of juice? Bug juice is a real thing, Shimmy. If you look up bug juice, it's like a real thing. Americans drink it, and it's just like artificially colored and flavored sugar water that like no human being should probably ingest. Are you killing each other in my chat? Yeah, I think someone was talking, like, it might have been Rianne who originally talked about it, or maybe it was Vice or Cal that spoke about bug juice, and I was forever warped. Yeah, Cornet's like tummy gets fucked by bug juice. Like you give a few drops of bug juice to Cornet and he'll fucking die. You see like a honeybee on the counter and you give it a few drops of bug juice and it will change color and explode. You as a Papagen? I probably should not. Wow, the Papagen. The Atlas is also like a fun like Papagen kind of avatar. Are you beating the shit out of Snow? That's crazy. Is that Vor? Are you voring Snow? That's a insane combination of emotes. I'm just very surprised that you did that to Snow instead of me. That stuff was everywhere when you were a kid. Yeah, when you were a kid, like, it was like the Wild West of candy and they would just make fucking anything. You quite like the Papagen? You're not gonna become a Papagen though, Cornet, right? You're a bug forever. You're a bug. It feels like drinking rum, but it's a soft drink. That's awful. You're putting spiders in a box? Someone give me the address. My address is public knowledge. It's actually really, really easy to look up my address. And there's nothing I can do about that. But it's also one of those things of if you come to my house, you're gonna be like really disappointed because like, you know, it's in Quebec. You never touch bug juice? Wait, so you were like that crazy and you didn't drink the forever chemicals that like ruin your brain? Your address. Now get in one. Oh. See, I don't have any avatars' addresses, but there was a vote that was made the first week that I ever did my streaming stuff. I did a vote because people were like, maid dress, bug in a dress, put a bug in a dress. And I was like, okay, I'll give you one maid dress. One character can have a maid dress. Pick which bug it's going to be from the list of bugs. Here's all of my different characters. We've got the soft boy, like pink mantis. We've got Lilt. We've got the angel boy. We've got Aaron. Which one gets the maid dress? They picked this character. People, like, that was when Lethos, like, raided me with all those people, and there was, like, fucking 100 people in my chat. And collectively, everyone voted for the Scorpion to have the fucking maid dress. I almost delivered on the maid dress, but I accidentally broke it and I have to redo it again. And I've been working on the Firefly, so oopsie. You never touch anything bug related? You don't want to touch my bug juice? You want the bug juice? The tummy ache? Oh, then I'll vote for Rathiel's the scary one. This is my hunter avatar. This is my top. Maid stream? No maid stream. until I get a maid dress on the avatar, in which point there will inevitably be a maid stream. Cornet is more tiger than bee. See, I told you, Cornet. I told you, you're only partially bug. I am the true bug. I'm the real bug. Cornet is more tiger than bee, so he's a fave bug, but I'm a goober, so I get a pass. That's crazy. I'm passing as goober. I'm passing as a little goober. I'm just a little guy. I'm just goobing. I'm just being a little guy. Hee hee. Though, actually, are you still here, Jackie? Because there's something I saw that might interest you. Oh, that's my little battery pack screeching at me. I gotta quickly go and unplug this and put it on charge. So it gives me a tiny bit more juice. But yeah, if you're still here, oh my god, I just stood back. It's kind of fucked, like when I'm just sipping the water and I look up and I see the camera just looking down at me. People ate those candy that had the bugs in. Oh, like the lollipop things that have the scorpions in there. I've just eaten straight up bugs. I put bugs on a pizza once. Dipstick? Cornet likes calling people a dipstick. That dipstick is like one of Cornet's 13 iconic phrases. Such a little goober? That's crazy. I'm not scary, I'm too cute. Scary to a small select group? Scary? I shouldn't have scrolled my chat up. I should have just ignored it. Well, yeah, I'm a different kind of... I'm a soft scary. Like, right? Like, okay, I'm not even scary. I'm a soft dominant. I'm an instructional dominant. When people say they don't know how I can be dominant, it's one of those things where I'm not really the kind of person that, like, pins you down, huffs in your... huffs my breath in your ear and calls you my good little crumpslet. I'm much more of an instructional soft dom where I tell you what to do. I'm very sort of like soft praising. I do a lot of praise, teasing, sort of giving people what they want, what you know they want deep down. It's like attention. Look, Jackie and Callan. Pyrogen can't picture how I'm dominant. Oh, you can't picture me being anything more than a goober, Pyro. We could change that, right? You're such a good girl, Pyro. You know, last time we hung out one-on-one, it was pretty nice. We had a good time together. Maybe next time it's just me and you alone in the world, Pyro. I'll be able to put my little paws on your soft little cheeks and call you a good girl and see if you have anything to say about me and how scary I might be, and if I'm only a goober, or if I could be a little bit more than a goober. You know, if I could maybe tease you a little bit until you blush. You know, calling you a good girl, good bunny. Maybe, you know, maybe, you know, that kind of mischief. Yeah, see, look what Rianne has done to you. Jackie's not even on VR. Okay, Jackie is still here. Jackie, I saw. Are you gonna step on me slowly and call me a bad bug? Okay. Maybe if you were on VR, maybe hypothetically if you were on VR. You keep hearing my pink. Who is DMing my Discord? Oh, that picture's of Jackie again. Blushes. Plays Discord. I'm gonna kill you, Rianne. It's literally like I check my DMs and there's just plays Discord sound effect on stream. Plays Discord sound effect. How do I mute this? Notifications. Wait. Voice and video. I can't. Discord wants to use my microphone? Get out of here. Microphone, be on. You know what? I'm just going to my volume mixer. Wait, it's already muted. No, wait. Oh, if I mute it, I'm gonna mute the... You know what? I'm just closing Discord. Goodbye. Goodbye, Discord. Okay, so the problem is, on this machine, the Discord app is logged into Lethos's Discord because it's Lethos's computer. I was using Discord in browser. So the Discord app is in streamer mode, but the Discord in browser is not. And if I just mute my browser, I have the Spotify in the browser as well. People do that. No, I don't doubt you as a Switch. I think you're definitely Switch capable, Pyro. I don't doubt you that. I just have the feeling that you are one of those Switches that is a little bit exploitable. You know, you have those like specific maybe like good girl triggers that kind of get you like Switches who are very like I know a lot of Switches who are Switches, but the moment you show a little resistance or pushback, the moment you start deflecting it back onto them, they become a little bit more submissive. True, I can mute tabs. I should have probably thought about that, but I just closed Discord instead because I'm a moron. What was I doing? You can pretend anyone's an armor sub, just play along. Okay, we were talking about Jackie stepping on me. Okay, that's where we were before. I don't really come off as a soft arm. You'll have to like see me with someone. I'll have to like bring you to I'll have to put you in the cook chair at some point, Cal, and you can watch. It's you, a soft little goob. What was I doing? Okay. Jackie, I saw a video tutorial on making split jaws. Making it so your mouth can like open up into like a split jaw thing. If that's something you're interested in, I can like send that along to you at some point. I haven't watched it yet, but like if you do mesh edits and things, it's like super cool. It's made by Dumpling, the other person who makes like cool bug assets and has the really fucking cool like Nova Beast and Hyenids with the split jaws and the bug vibes and stuff. Yeah, Dumpling's super fucking cool. Like, Dumpling is like premium like bug avatars. Like they are like where Cornet is on like the bug scale. They're like kind of like the opposite vibe, where it's like they're a furry. They're like a mammalian base, but all the bug stuff is like real bug with the split jaw and the additional limbs and the scary things and the drooling bits and the super like in my head always. It could be cool to like do some hangout in VR. I've been streaming for like 3 hours, and I don't really know about streaming a hangout sort of thing because I think that could get overwhelming, and I putting my focus between like people here and people on stream and doing that kind of thing. But if people like want to hang out and do stuff, it's pretty late. I could like simmer things down for the stream and let people in and, you know, just chill. It's not a lewd event probably for anyone out there. It's not like anyone who's like, oh shit, I wanna fuck this bug. Okay, like it's not intentionally a lewd event. I'm not. We can talk about it. We can talk about it. I gotta adapt. I'm gonna scream. I shouldn't be allowed to speak in a public place. Like, the amount of times that for what I don't even know why I've been doing it, but I've been going like arf arf puppy puppy woof woof arf boy like, and I keep getting clipped doing it, and I'm like, I don't remember why I did that. I don't remember why I was barking like a submissive little puppy boy, but I was, and now it's on the internet for all to see, forever, because I don't know how to get rid of clips. And even if I did get rid of clips, you've probably already downloaded it to your hard drive, because that's what I do. If I have a particular clip that I like, download it. Also, my entire computer froze for a moment. People never believe you're anything because you spend 90% of your time lying on the floor doing nothing, and you're okay with that. Honestly, Argyle, true. I didn't believe you. I assume you're like very ace. Maybe you're not, and you're just chill. You're just not a degenerate. Maybe you're just not a freak like me, a little guy who just can't shut up about like things he shouldn't talk about. Do it again for us live. Oh, I read the hydrate, and I thought you were like do the hydrate again live. What, you want me to do the puppy boy thing like live? Just watch the clip. It's there. Woof woof bark bark. You don't need to degrade me like every day, right? You don't need me to put myself through hell every single day. Like it's not mandatory, right? I say kneeling next to the cuck chair. I say pointing with the wrong hand towards the cuck chair. You could look up how to delete clips, so you feel like you're doing it anyway. Okay, yeah, you got me. I am a stream of consciousness, and if someone tells me to get on my knees and bark like a dog, I probably just do that. I'm fairly close there. Fairly close. Yeah, I had the feeling that like you were more on the sort of chill. I don't know if we've like talked about it before. Actually, we might have. Hydrated, but yeah. So I'll probably, because it's like getting a bit late, and I've been in VR for 3 hours and 20 minutes, and my voice is reaching the point where it's currently fine, but give me another hour after I spoke so much yesterday, and I will probably perish horribly. So I'm gonna raid out my stream, but I'm still gonna be in VR. So you know, if you know me and if you're around, we can hang out, because it's been a while since I've just hung out in VR chat. Now, do some vocal exercises. Oh, what was the voice training that you had me do yesterday? I think the voice training was like arf, 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 woof. Yeah, is it voice training? I don't have anyone who is doing VR chat, but I will treat everyone to something just as good. Crazy guy? You don't like bugs? Here's another bug that you may or may not like. They're called Heca centipede, and they're basically a combination of a millipede. Well, their name says centipede, but they look like a millipede. They're very smooth plates, and a cat. So they got a cute little like cat face. You hear excuses. You may have a request in a bit. Unrelated TP, what I just said? Unrelated to what you said? A request in a bit unrelated to what you said. Oh, get on my knees and bark like a dog? Oh, and thank you for following Ghosted Gooba. Oh my god, so much happened. Little pup by the end of the year. What's happening? Did I change the quilt? Yeah, I changed it. Fuck. Woof woof woof. Here, I'm on my knees barking like a dog. I'm reaching for the hydration. Please. I just want a moment of peace. I just wanna have my dignity. Woof 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 woof. Bark 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 bark. Arf arf arf. Thank you for following Rite of Exegol. Thank you for rewarding this behavior. Oh no. Hydrates. Woof woof. Bark. Oh god. Am I gonna end up with a bit where I bark every single time I get like a follow or something? That's just gonna become like my stick. Oh. Begone, no more barking, Wow. What a fun time. I'm sure none of that will come back to haunt me in any way, shape, or form.